and welcome to
Hey!
RPGeeks, where professional science communicators play tabletop role-playing games and talk about the science behind the sci-fi concepts that come up. And today, as part of our ongoing amazing series of one-shots, we have a guest Fate Weaver. It is Aaron. Hello, Aaron.
Hi,
Welcome
Aaron.
to RPGeeks.
Hello.
So
I'm so stoked.
and I feel like maybe this whole fate weaving jamming thing, you've got like a little bit of experience in that. Done a bit of that before, have you?
I made a terrible mistake about 25 years ago where one of my friends found a D&D book and was like, do you want to try this out? And I was like, yeah, sure. They're like, well, who's going to run it? I'm like, I guess I can. And I couldn't stop ever since. And Ali knows this, once you start GMing, then congratulations, you're the GM.
Yeah.
That is kind of what happened.
Yeah, now I just feel bad for having been GM bound. I was like, Aaron, come GM for us, and I'm like, oh no, you're the forever. You're still stuck.
I don't know if it's like Stockholm syndrome or learned helplessness, but at this point, I really enjoy it. It's not the same as playing the game, but it's a different skill set, a different kind of enjoyment. So I like setting up the puzzle for players. I like doing the things that get the reactions. I like building this little sandbox for the kids to play in, kind of thing. So.
We are the kids today. Shall we be well behaved? I'm
Never.
not sure. For anyone who's joining us new, my name is Shamini, and also Emily and Ali. We are three members of the RPGeeks who stream on Mondays. And Sciencey Nerds. I've said that already.
You smashed it.
Already. Yeah. Sorry,
like,
I'm
no one can tell you were
myself.
even reading
we're
it.
all panicking about our backstories, so don't mind us, chat.
My character. Also, I'm very tense because apparently the game we're playing is a little bit scary, and I'm just very tense. So, Aaron, could you say any calming introductory words about what we're going to be doing today, please?
Oh, I can do introductory. I don't know if it's going to be calming. Well, yes. Hello, my name is Aaron. I am the Forever GM over at Queen's Court Games. I have played with Shamini once, twice, and apparently she liked it enough to inflict it upon her friends, and I am super grateful. The actual play space is super crowded. There are tons of people, but I have loved everything this channel has done, to the point where today, as part of my costume, I have incorporated a very special piece of costume.
Oh my god, the green screen hates it, but yay! In the world, everyone. From America as well.
I can't believe you kept that hidden the whole run-up. Like, you've known that for a long time.
Oh, I've known for like a month that I was gonna at this point. But yes, I'm thrilled and happy to be invited onto the Received Pronunciation Geeks to play a game with you.
That is who we are now.
I believe in the parlance the term is proper chuffed. I did just a little bit of research to try to okay.
Proper chuffed.
That accent.
That's great.
To be here.
We're very excited to have you.
Tonight, for everyone else in chat, we'll be playing ViewScream, which is a game of improvisational science fiction horror by Raphael Chandler. So in a few minutes, we will all be taking on the role of 4 desperate survivors trapped aboard a damaged starship, each of us facing our own version of a classic space-based life-threatening emergency. The characters are all locked in different parts of the ship and cannot physically interact, but must nevertheless cooperate, offering solutions to one another, figuring out how they can solve these problems, and praying it all works. Except the game is rigged. There are a finite number of solutions to go around. Each player knows which ones will work and which ones won't, and there aren't enough to solve everyone's problems.
I hate it.
So it is diceless, but there's a logic puzzle involved where, in addition to the character relationships that we've already established, they might have to wonder, like, oh my god, like Ali's already used like 2 good ones and he's offering a third and there's no way that it works. But oh my god, I also don't really trust Emily. And that's where the tension comes from. Any player, at least one, including the GM, will die. More can die, but at least one will. And that's going to be fun to find out. I will, however, give an advance warning to everyone. It is a science fiction horror game. The horror is the emphasis, so it may contain content. It certainly does contain content that some viewers may find disturbing or objectionable. Content warnings will include anxiety, blood and gore, body horror. There's some drug use, paralysis, restraint. It is space, so there naturally is a risk of suffocation. And along the way,
a lot of drugs.
And on the way, we might also bump into some demons / possession, occultism, medical horror, and mention of self-harm. So if any of those things are going to be too much for you, I know RPG kicks it light, so I'm not gonna go full cult Divinity Lost on you, but we'll just keep that out there for everyone. And we have, as the 4 of us, discussed some safety tools involved, so no need to worry about us. But if things get out of hand, you all know that you can red, yellow, green, and we'll go from there. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And also just say to everyone in chat, if something does get too much for you, just take a break from it, and we don't expect you to watch every single minute of everything, but it would be, if you're happy, then stick around, but if it's getting too much, just take a break, just walk away.
The scenes are fairly short, so if you get a sense that something you don't like is going to come, go over and grab something to drink, come back in about 5 minutes, it'll probably have changed. But like I said, take care of yourself and keep your own pace of well-being. These
so
3.
The main scary thing is the fact that my white balance keeps shifting because I've got the colors looping in the background. So I just keep changing color. Like, ooh.
Quick sciencey. No, it's you're moving closer to us at near relativistic speed, so it's shifting, right? The colors. That's a real thing.
You're moving faster and slower towards and away from
shift.
us. That's 100%.
And the Doppler effect. Her voice is incredibly high.
It was entirely by accident. I know it was mine, but you are all science communicators and huge science nerds, and that's why I like this channel, because it's a useless degree, but pursued my doctorate in sociology. So Dr.
Cool.
Simon Clark is not with us, but the ratio of doctors and nerds has remained the same. Unfortunately,
I one. No, it's 1. As in, like, it's 1 to
1, right? We haven't unbalanced.
It's not 1 to 1. It's just 1 to 0.
I do hate the fact that the ratio is also exactly the same as men to women, and it is annoying that the 2 boys are the doctorates and me and Shamini were like, nah, no more learning for us.
Made better life choices, I like to think.
Absolutely. Yeah, no. Anyone who has been like, I should get a PhD and didn't, you made the right choice. That was good on you. Well done.
I still have moments where I go, maybe I should just go back and get a little PhD. PhD.
That's the little one off the shelf.
Just cheeky little one, like a psychology one or something. Just I'll dip my toe in.
Because that's easy.
Yeah.
That's easier than the neuroscience, which would be my other choice.
I don't know about that. A lot of stats involved.
That's true. I do hate stats. Well, I like stats, but no, I don't. No, I don't want one. I can't afford a PhD.
So it's definitely worse. It's not only is sociology like kind of soft, but I was also qualitative instead of quantitative. So like, let's take the softest thing possible and make it even softer.
Oh, it's so delightfully downy.
Barely science at that point. Really, it's just aggressive journaling, and you take extra notes.
Aggressively journaling. That's the only way I journal.
Suffocate me with your sociology degree.
It does mean that the normal bit of well, how does the dragon's fire breath work, and you come up with like glands, and let's get into sociology. You're like, well, why did the economy in our fantasy world end up working like this? Nobody wants that lecture as part of their friendly YouTube content.
Go with glands again. I'm very impressed that you went with glands, like straight up the bat for dragons. I've always assumed it was some sort of like, like sort of squirtable. That's not a gland though, is it? It's like a sort of sack of liquid.
I was going to say, isn't that a gland?
No, it's a sack. It's not a gland.
How do you define?
But it's filled by glands, I suppose.
Does a gland have to produce, something?
Glands secrete stuff into somewhere
rather than physically squirting. What's the difference?
Yeah, the squirting, like a gland ain't gonna squirt at you. You don't sweat at people.
You could though, if you wanted.
We might. The game hasn't started yet. There's still time.
That is literally like to be, on the menu. Sorry, squirty. Right.
No, quite all right. And that's one of the reasons I love this channel, is because you will get so excited. You get so excited about a random fact, and then it just becomes this beautiful like this science mad lib out of it. It's a lot.
I'm excited to give all my cryogenics facts in this one.
Yeah, all that knowledge.
So ready for that.
100%
accurate.
Accurate cryogenics knowledge.
So scientifically accurate today, people.
I think honestly, you probably know as much as the people who are doing cryogenics do, which is we make them really, really cold, and then later We don't.
So actual cryogenics, there is like actual cryogenics, which isn't, you know, freezing people. It's just doing things at low temperatures, right? I think that's right. It's just doing science. But then, you know, the way it always gets spoken about is, let's freeze this guy and let's wake him up. Walt Disney will be fine in a few hundred years.
It's like those frogs.
It does work for peas.
It is like the frogs.
And the frogs.
Peas.
I love the frogs.
The two things that it
Wood
works
frogs.
Yeah, I love the frogs.
are frogs and peas.
So we're
they
assuming
have
that all the
antifreeze in
people.
their blood, which is just the coolest thing
Oh
ever.
yeah, some other shit has antifreeze in its blood as well,
Yeah.
like fish and stuff. They really
Blood, or is
do
it
like
really?
they get down on that. Yeah.
Is it in their blood or is it in their cell fluid to stop the crystals forming in the cell?
I think it's in their
shit.
And that's
blood
the
too.
cells is what need to, I suppose.
Whoa.
Good question. I think
That
it's-
is a huge question.
I
Probably a
did it
question
when
for
I did my
later.
frog
Question
when I did
for
my frog D&D
after.
brief. I did look into it, but I can't remember.
You've got to
now.
remember as well that but you've got to remember that like the space between the cells isn't just liquid, right?
What
It's
is
like
it?
a matrix of stuff. So you know
Okay.
that'll probably change the temperature at which ice forms. So maybe if you've got it just if the blood is fine, then
Everything's fine.
Yeah. Okay, but also, are we just trying to distract from starting?
Should we
the
maybe
scary
do
thing?
the
I think
horror?
we are.
Yeah, it's really scary.
I don't wanna.
Totally fine. I was thinking I'm gonna sex up my resume now and talk about culinary cryogenics, but it's really just that I've frozen peas and unfrozen peas, right?
Love it. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, great.
There's a book in that, right? There's a cook, the latest cookbook.
Oh, I'm sure you could do
Culinary
it.
cryogenics.
Yeah,
It's very nice.
and like just make it very, very sciencey, but really it's just like heating up some chicky nugs.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love it.
All right.
All right.
Getting ready into the game now tonight, we will be playing The Ascension of Saint Bartholomew, which is a scenario inspired in equal parts by the martyrdom of the Apostle Bartholomew and the movie Event Horizon. So if you're familiar with either of those things, awesome. If you're not, don't Google them. It'll ruin the surprise. The four characters are officers aboard a colony ship operated by Croydon Interstellar Cryocolonization Enterprises, whose purpose is to shuttle frozen colonists from their origin planets to the far-flung reaches of human exploration. Faster-than-light travel is still a theoretical dream, so cryogenics ensures the colonists will be able to spend the best of their lives building a multi-planetary future for humanity, while the four of us spend the best of our lives keeping them frozen in the multiple 5 to 10 year journeys it takes to get from here to there. However, Croydon Interstellar is staffed by only the most highly trained medical and reanimation professionals. We are helping them live their dreams. Croydon Interstellar, timeless travel, endless frontiers. So let's step in at the beginning of the journey. We've been out of the dock for like a month, enough to get the busiest of the busy work done. And there's finally kind of a step back. The colonists are on ice. We're just going to do our normal ship check-ins. We'll set the stage from there. Something will go horribly wrong. And then, I don't know, we'll see what happens, right?
Sounds fun.
Okay.
All right.
So scared.
So the scene begins in what I'm imagining is the very 1980s, like chairs suspended from the ceiling, monitors everywhere, kind of like central navigation cocoon kind of thing. If you've seen Alien, the mother chamber is just computers everywhere and just barely enough room for the human. So that is where our bridge officer, Elliot Lecuyer, is sitting, looking at all the different monitors, watching all the different readouts. Nothing's gone wrong yet. Feel free not to panic. We're just going to check in and see how the days are going so far. And because I am criminally incapable of making choices about who goes first, I will always, I do this on Queen's Court games as well, rely on the trusty die. So if you get called on first, it's something personal. I can't help it. It's just... Okay. Cryogenics.
Oh, no.
So we'll hop in character here and go on. All right, begin final checklists before standard cruise procedures. Bridge to cryogenics.
Yeah, cryogenics here.
Everything going on in there okay?
They're still frozen.
Oh, that's good news. Did we lose anyone on the ice?
No, they're fine. I'm good at my job, unlike some.
Well, that's why you're part of the staff here.
Indeed.
Excellent. Coolant levels nominal?
Yep, all normal here. Everything looking good.
And it says here that Dr. Jones said there might have been a problem with bank C7. There was a reading going wrong. Did that get checked out?
Yes, it was. He doesn't know how to read the screens properly. It was fine. There was just a slight alteration in the temperature. I've set it back down. It's all fine.
Oh my God. They made us go through those, like the physicals, right? All the things, and they didn't
Honestly.
catch his eyesight. Oh man.
It every day I have to deal with it. Look, you're lucky he's not. I mean, he's not here right now. He's gone to the loo or something, having an extended lunch break. But yeah, all day, every day.
All right. Well, I'll put you down as a nominal in the logs. Yeah.
That would be great.
Roger that. Bridge out.
Bye.
Bridge engineering.
Engineering here. Go ahead, Bridge.
Oh, Jarlson, is that you?
Yeah, I was trying on a different accent. How did you like it?
It's however you want to pass the time. I'm surprised they're letting you answer the phone down there. I thought your boss, he was a real hard ass about who gets to use the view screen.
Yeah, well, he's on engine 2. It's been pushing apart around 70%. Obviously, we wish to bring this back into optimal regions, so he will be in there, I would say, for maybe the next 2 or 3 days.
Oh, okay. So like on a scale of we'll fix it to I should actually write it down in the log, are we talking like little p problem or big P problem?
I'm surprised you wouldn't have this already in the log. We have mentioned it on numerous occasions. In fact, the last time we were in port, I did remember bringing this up and seeking captain's requisition for funds to fix the problem. But I believe you said that the problem was well known about and not exactly a priority.
I mean, look, you know how the corporation can be. If it's the kind of thing that we can kind of spit and duct tape together and maybe not get a bad mark, then it's better for everyone. Mostly the captain, but ostensibly everyone.
Yeah, there's no duct tape here. I mean, you make this joke every time. It's funny, it was maybe the first time, but now there's nothing. So we will do our best, and yes, this is the way things always are here.
Okay, well, good to know things are going exactly as they normally are in engineering. Thank you. Last, what have we got here? Bridge to medical.
Hi, sorry, yeah, hi medical, here.
Yeah, so I think I would know if anyone was sick or dying. I'm guessing things are pretty boring on your end.
Yeah, sorry, I was Dr. Stanmore, I thought she was in here, but she's not. So, did you want to speak to her?
No, I just so long as everything's going okay in there, and like I said, I mean, no offense, this part of the checklist is pretty boring. There's only like 14 of us, so we'd know if someone was dead or dying, right? Word gets around. There's nothing else to talk about on the journey.
People who are dead, still dead, people who are alive, currently, still alive.
Oh, okay. Is that how you want me to write it down here? We have the expected number of dead and alive people?
Yes. Numbers remaining steady.
Yeah, and so long as those numbers stay in balance, I think we're all good, right? That's medicine in a nutshell, right?
No. If you like, yeah, no, sure, yeah, that's how medicine goes.
Well,
sorry, I was working out, doing my exercises. Sorry,
they let you have exercise equipment down there?
Well, it's not a gym set. It's heavy things that I lift up and down, but you can kind of use anything. You don't need the.
I mean, I know it's not my department, but in my experience in interstellar travel, if it's heavy, it's expensive. Are you sure you should be playing with it?
You know what? I will. I'll check with Dr. Stanmore. It's probably fine.
All right.
I wouldn't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's probably fine.
No, you know what? If I write it down, then it's evidence that I heard about it, and I think we should just both pretend that I didn't. Yeah.
No, it's I gotta do something, right? This is the new me. This is the new fit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, new 7 years, new me. Fucking love this job. All right. Thanks, medical.
Thanks, Bridge.
And then the computers continue to whir and print things out, and there's just tired eyes on the various screens watching things, only writing down the things that are actually going to be in trouble, because it's space travel, it's exciting, but it's also a science fiction corporation, which means they are bureaucratically evil. So before the disaster starts, I will ask each of you, we'll step out of characters a little bit and describe the workspace. Describe your part of the ship, what your routine is. Is it nice? Is it high tech? Is it the part where they skimped on the budget? uh, who are your coworkers? Are they great? Are they awful? Really fill up this world before I come swooping in with the demons in the fire and such. So I know we picked on Emily before. Let's go to Ali. Engineering. Tell us about engineering.
Well, as I think when you enter engineering, obviously the first thing that happens is before you even get there, you take the lift down from the kind of the main cargo through the cargo deck, sort of down from the main bridge space, and then there's a kind of bing for the last cargo deck, the lowest one, and then there's a long pause as the lift just keeps going down and down, down, and then there's like a bing, almost a minute later, and then the doors open and you're in just an enormous room. It's just massive. Like, I mean, you can't see the ceiling and you can hear like lots of different noises. There's obviously this kind of like constant kind of gurgle of like various coolants and fluids like moving through the kind of pipes, this sort of colossal serpentine spaghetti like pipework that moves over everything. And it all kind of is encrusted around these massive sort of, it's almost as like if the space is, if the space just looks like you're in a kind of open air space, then there are these like cathedral like structures, which are the engines themselves that are set in rows through the space. And engineering is, there's a rigid hierarchy in engineering, right? And it's almost like a kind of caste sort of setup. You've got the people at the bottom who are all the kind of the wrench hands and the skivvies. They're the people who are using the kind of highly toxic, volatile fumes to clean the engines. They're doing all the kind of really dangerous work mid-journey when there's nothing else to do. And then the level above that, you've got the kind of low-level technicians, the shop for the foreman and all that kind of stuff. And above that, you've got the officers, of which I am one. And then above that, you have my boss, Jan Eric, distant cousin, likes to hire within the family, knows what he's going to get. And of course, we all dislike him, but he's who we have for our jobs. So there's a sort of air of constant like nigglingness. Jan isn't a particularly, forgiving person. So yeah, that's what you get.
Thanks, but I know the joke is that the politics in academia are so vicious because the stakes are so small, and I would guess it's a bit the same in engineering. That there are things that rise to the level of crisis, and then everyone's very very business. But then there are the things below that, like okay, who has to climb into the tank to do the thing, and at that point it gets very ugly.
Like these machines are built to last. Like these ships are lasting for hundreds and hundreds of years. Something's got to go really wrong with these engines. But people get really like, no. Engine one is mine. You won't be going anywhere near that. I'm the person who signs off on this. Yeah.
Oh, I love that. I already hate working there. Thank you. Well, then moving right along, what is the vibe in medical? Now, the crew isn't that big, and in theory, the colonists shouldn't be awake to have problems, but nevertheless, it's a requirement, space law. You have to have a medical department. God forbid something go wrong. So what is the vibe like in your neck of the woods?
The thing with the medical is that it's nothing emergency, right? A lot of things don't go wrong when you're frozen. When they do, it goes bad, but it's very bad. So it's given that the transporting of frozen people is the sort of key thing around here. It necessitates some quite high tech equipment. Basically, you could take someone from where they're sort of stored, so to speak, and kind of slot them in. And yeah, I think there are basically 3 doctors on the ship. There's Dr. Stanmore, who's in charge, and a underpaid junior doctor who really ought to get a raise, and me. And I think just also to set the scene slightly, I think Dr. Hashan has like a secret like workout station set up in the morgue So it's like no one ever goes in there. It's like people who have like died along the way, and I think he's just there doing his curls and press ups and things like that, where no one will go.
Well, of course, because the corporation, unless you are an officer like some of us, you get 8 square feet of personal space on the entire ship, and you can't set up a Bowflex there. So I am imagining that the workout equipment is not only stored in the hopefully remains empty morgue, but it's also just made of leftover things from around the ship, some of which have gone missing, and people are like, "Where the fuck did this? That's weird," and they don't know that Dr.
Just the
Hushain
right
has it.
shape with a really good like grip. I was like, oh yeah, that's the size I need. Yeah.
You do a split screen, and it's Ben doing curls and Krell being like, "Where's the wrench? I need the number 14." And lastly, the 3 of us are all in service of one thing. Like, yeah, the bridge is in charge, but like this is cryogenics show. This entire company exists to make sure that those tubes stay frozen, the people inside them stay fine. So, Dana Gale, tell us what life is like in the icebox.
What is life like in the icebox? I mean, it is a box. I think that is the most important thing. We're carrying a lot of people, but it's not being done with any great ceremony for these people. They are stacked, and they're in tubes, but they are sort of slotted into the wall like drawers, basically. Kind of a bit like a morgue. And so you can pull them out and pull individuals out. Not that rarely happens. Little screens above each one showing the vitals, which I guess wouldn't be actually like heart rate or anything. It would be temperature, because if that raises, obviously very bad. And that's probably it, really. That's probably all you're measuring at that stage. Because if you just because you're not expecting any other bodily processes. I'm kind of asking this to science people.
Yeah,
I think that's right, isn't it?
Yeah. I don't really think of anything else. Like,
that you'd need to, if as long as they're frozen, the idea is
in stasis. Nothing happens.
Because you don't want breathing, you don't want blood doing anything. You want it all just held. So they very basically, and then there is an office which has a glass screen where you can see through to see all these and it goes up hundreds of feet just to see all these like stacked bodies. In the office, lots of very fancy screens, fancy tables. The money has gone in here. You can imagine when it was first launched, they had the screen blacked out to protect the privacy of the people in cryogenics. And they did all the fancy interviews in here because there was just lots of lovely, everything's got a bit of a blue sheen to it. There's lots of screens, lots of data. It all looks incredibly fancy. But when it actually comes down to the workings of it, there's one job and there's one job alone, and it's keep the people cold. And Dr. Jones, who sort of runs the operation, he's been doing it for a long time. Like, a lot of this tech is stuff he came up with. So he really knows his stuff, but he maybe is getting on a bit and has done this trip a few times now. And he pays attention, but he worries over tiny little things because he's seen disasters go wrong from like the minutest of things. And Dana, who's sort of one of the people who works underneath him, is sort of a little more blasé. And to be honest, most of the other, I guess you'd call them technicians, are similar. You've got Carlotta, you've got Sully, you've got Dave, Melody, they're all in there. And there's normally 3 or 4 people at any time monitoring all the outputs. But to be honest, the people who work under Dr. Jones we all get on quite well, because we sit and watch people be cold all day and maybe fix a pipe or 2. But in general, we're fancy technicians, and we like it that way.
So I'm imagining like we've already established this ship has like cathedral-like structures where it matters. So the money was spent on 2 comically large engines, and then also just this center spine. I imagine like a rib cage almost, with like pods coming off of it.
Love that.
And in the movie version, the camera comes in like between the 2 engines, and then you see like the loading bay, and then it's just that like ka-chunk of the lights coming on and illuminating this enormously large space where all the bodies are being held.
Yes, I love that.
I will say though, is it the case that Dana doesn't deal with the actual freezing and reanimation part? Because that's part of the job.
Oh no, she deals with it, but it sort of only happens every few decades, and this is her
Yeah.
first trip. So they were kind of frozen because they've been held in a storage facility. They've been slid in. All she's really done so far is load up some bodies and ensure they're kept cold. But she is looking forward to that later because, that's the fun bit, isn't it? Bringing people back when you're older and wiser.
Mm-hmm. I would have guessed that the ones who've done it for a while have some kind of joke where like they froze the person, and I guess we can establish like, do you is it like waking up from a coma? Do you know time has passed, or is it just like you go into the tube, you're frozen, you open your eyes, and you're not frozen, and like nothing has changed for you except also it's 10 years later on the other side of the universe?
I think it probably is similar to that, but I think you feel awful. Like, there's no way you don't feel crap after being thawed out. And I think it's probably quite a horrible process of coming to. Like, because they unfreeze them as quickly as they can, because that's the most important bit, to make sure they don't, Actually, would it be slow? It would be quick, wouldn't it? It would have to be quick. Because if you did it slowly,
right?
then everything would still have ice in you.
You want some bits being alive and some bits not. Oh, God.
Yeah, so it's sort of a very intense heating and then a very rapid cooling to body temperature. And then a lot of, like, you've got pipes and tubes in these people to keep their heart pumping immediately once, it's important. So that's the bit she's looking forward to, but it's still... Do we know how far into the journey we are? Sorry, did we say?
We'll say like about a tenth of the way. We've made it past out of habited space, and now it's sliding into the routine.
Right. I mean, that'll be the fun bit. Bringing them back and telling them all the stories of what they didn't do in the pods while they were just frozen.
Yeah, on the topic of heating them up slowly or quickly, I'm imagining you want to do it quickly. Otherwise, it's like when you've microwaved a hot pocket and it's heated unevenly. You don't want to be in the case where like the heart is boiling hot, but like the spleen is still frozen.
Very British, but I've never had a hot pocket.
We don't have.
I don't know what it is.
Is it like a Pop-Tart?
I don't understand the analogy you've given. Doesn't make any sense.
Okay. So imagine it's a pastry.
Jam in, right?
It's a pastry, but it's not jam. It's savory. So there's like a
Cornish pasty.
We've stumbled into a cross-cultural problem because I don't know what a pasty is.
We can never explain these things.
Okay, if you imagine a sausage roll, but it's more of like a square, and it's all enclosed in the pastry.
Yeah. We're in the same place. Yeah, but instead of something like delicious or good for you, it's filled with like incredibly processed like pizza slurry.
Like a sausage roll.
Oh, so it's not meat inside. It's like meat. Hot.
Oh, I mean,
it's meat. Like they're little chunks of meat in a pasta sauce kind of suspension.
Oh. Like tomatoey and creamy.
So like,
and meaty.
Yeah,
like you could bite into it and it would explode on you.
And that's the lava part. So when it cooks unevenly, you have your hands on the bottom, like, okay, I can hold this, is fine. Then you bite the top, and like Vesuvius erupts into your sinuses because
yeah, it's like a steak bake when you take it back from Greg's and reheat it yourself, and it's too hot. That's I now understand.
Steak bake's like a pasty.
Yeah.
Greg's.
I have the list here of like emergencies and stuff so I can keep track, but I've also kept a second one, which is British shit I need to Google. So I'm gonna put steak bake
from
there.
Greg's.
Just Greg's. Just look up Greg's. Vegan sausage roll from Greg's. That's all you need in life.
I haven't had that.
Oh, it's really good.
Anyway,
it's even in
yes. Okay.
Goodness.
It's better that you don't ask. That's the question that's the answer that Dana gives. They're like, how does this work? And they're like, science. And then they push the button because you really don't want to describe like, well, I'm going to replace all the intracellular fluid in your body with a suspension that we've created by science. We remove all the biology out of you, and then we put chemistry in.
Look, all they need to know is that they're going to wake up again and they'll be fine.
That's so chilling.
Chilling because it's cryogenics.
Boom.
I meant it.
Mm-hmm. Well, then the journey continues, of course, everyone falling into their routines. It'll be about 2 months before the space that you are allotted for personal use on the company computer. You've been able to like 7 movies because this is the far future. So it's going to be like 500 terabytes of like 3D motion sent activated film. And then you've watched the same movie 6 times. And it's getting to the point where like, oh, I don't want to go to engineering. They have the weirdest movies, but I'm so bored. And the cafeteria, there's not a cook, right? That's one of the first things they're going to automate out of it. So you have your choice of, it's less by flavor and more by color at a certain point. So you're like, what do we want for dinner today? Do we want red, green, or yellow? you've cycled through that. You're starting to take the risk of dangerous combinations. Like if I take half some red, then half some. Oh, nope, that didn't work. Okay, scratch that one off the list. Inventing your own fun in the way that workplaces that have descended into drudgery do. And then, because this is a horror game, everything goes horribly wrong. So the four of us are on shift when actually let's start there. So we've passed even the check-in fun part. What is the absolute most banal, like, can't believe I am doing, I have a degree, I get paid so much, I studied for years to do this, and I'm just like watching the little blip go. How are you making your own fun? What like really small intense department fight has broken out just for the need to do something? Let's start there. And Dr. Ben, you're the only one who I haven't made go first yet, so let's go with you.
Look, Dr. Stanmore and Dr. Hall are always trying to invent board games to play, and I just need out of the hole. I spend much of my time refusing like every suggestion that they come up with for something fun to do to pass the time. Cards, Scrabble, chess, Risk. I'm thinking it's probably all like homemade versions of these without the actual like kits. So yeah, I think there's just a lot of Dr. Ben avoiding social invitations and claiming to be very, very busy, and then going on.
Cannot make eye contact, or they will ask you if you want to play.
I don't want to play. Yeah.
And I again, because like the space is so limited, I'm imagining for the Risk board, they have drawn like a map of the universe, but for the pieces, instead of little pawns, they have different pills. So someone's like, you're not playing red or black, you're playing like Vicodin and amoxicillin as you're moving them around the.
Yeah.
Okay. And then cryogenics. We've established that once they're frozen, they're frozen. And yeah. So then there has to be some kind of drudgery, like the cryogenics equivalent of like the person at the gas station, it's like the petrol station, not having another pasty conflation here, has to go and like check the bathroom every 15 minutes to make sure everything's fine. What's the awful equivalent of that?
Yeah, so we're currently it's just me and Sully, and we're on keep them frozen duty, as we like to call it, and what that mainly entails is making sure none of the temperatures change, there's no big fluctuations, and we are passing the time because nothing's happening, nothing ever happens. We've put up one of the dividers that is there in case of emergencies to, if one section goes wrong, we can put a divider up in the middle to keep the other section safe. What we've done is we're each on different sides of the divider, and I was going to, and similar actually to Dr. Ben's lot, we're playing Battleship, but with the cryogenics chambers. So we've each got a little drawing of our half, and I'm saying, column 3, row 4. And it's a miss, but we've got a bottle of vodka, and we're just taking a shot each time that we hit. So it's battleships with drinking.
Mm-hmm. I might play that in my own home games. That sounds great. And then lastly, engineering. Now you mentioned before that some people are very particular about their kind of thing. What's Krell's thing? What's your fief?
Well, my fief is in the we say fief in engineering. Yeah. So I'm a structural engineer. I'm here to make sure that everything is in correct working order. And of course, one of the things that I have to do is to ensure that structurally things are all sound. And one of these tasks, which I have assigned to two of the younger engineers aboard, is to maintain a strict tally of the number of securage units, so to keep the engine number 2 in place. And of course, that means that they have to go through and count all the bolts, every single bolt, to ensure that the bolts are all where they should be. And of course, what that has led to is that 2 of them have obviously come back with differing numbers for the amount of bolts. Someone has miscounted, and we will have to go through again and count all the number of bolts. And I actually gave this task where I say, strangely enough, I'm not into this particular job. So I'm quite annoyed because I'm doing a correspondence course in advanced ship engineering, and I would like to get back to my reading. It's a sort of eternal correspondence course. It never really goes anywhere. Like it's been doing this for like 20 years.
I like this. So then we have well, we said there's like the screen splits into 3, and as Krell is going through and counting all of these things, they've come in, they've said we don't we had, yeah, he says there's, and it's a big place, so the number has to be like in the tens of thousands of bolts, right? So the one of them says, oh yeah, I got 39,332, and he says I got 39,304, and your eyes start to roll. Pause on that, and then in cryogenics you say column 10, number 7, and like that was the last one. So you hear your colleague go, God damn it, and then raise the thing up in the air and getting ready to throw it in rage. And then Dr. Ben, same basic thing. They've both misremembered a rule, and like they're fighting over it, and it has escalated to the point where one of them's just about to like just bat the stuff away. And the second each of those 3 actions happens, as Krell just like slams the clipboard down in frustration, as Dana, as the opponent you have bested, like goes to like kick rocks and say, oh, you know, whatever, good game. And Ben, as the cardboard hand drawn game just gets slammed back into its case. The second that those percussion moments happen, there's a deafening explosion. You can feel the entire ship just shudder immediately, and the vibrations come through. There's this metal screeching. It's got that like that whale noise quality as the metal kind of twists and bends. And Krell, you're less worried about the number of bolts now, because you can hear some of them popping loose one by one as the tension on the metal becomes too much. And if you were outside the ship, you could see like the spine of the ship. Imagine like this little vertebrae where it's all there. And then right down the line, starting back in engineering, just kaboom, 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 shuddering through. And you can, Krell, it starts with you, and you see it going forward, which might be better because A, you're an engineer, so you might go immediately into thinking mode, but also it's getting further away from you. But that means medical and cryogenics, you can feel it coming closer. And then it's like it from the outside of the ship, it appears almost surgical, because you have like the spine of the ship, we'll say that's on its back, and then like the sternum of the ship just kind of cracks open and then splits, and then the thrust is weird, so you can feel the ship start to yaw in a strange direction. Alarms are going off everywhere, and then power starts going out. You jump into your emergency procedures, all these things, and right when you start to think it's getting okay, one of the other doctors, they say in the morgue playing games, like there's gonna be problems, I gotta do a triage check and start running out the door. And that's when the screaming starts, because there's view screens everywhere. There are communicators, you're checking in with people, you're making calls, and it becomes bloody, it becomes violent, it becomes ugly. And there reaches a point where each of the 4 characters realizes there's no way that whatever this is, I don't understand it, I don't have enough information, there's not enough, I don't know parts of the ships are safe. I need to find somewhere where I can just hunker down, find security for a second, and regroup. So that is where the game properly begins, with the message blasted into the void from the navigation chamber on the bridge. This is a priority 1 distress signal from Croydon Interstellar Medical Vessel Horizons. We are currently stranded in orbit around GL 832C with a cargo of 500 human colonists. Well, less now. Someone on the ship is a saboteur. They rigged some kind of explosions. The ship is disabled. We lost most of our crew in the initial disaster, and look, something is hunting the survivors. I've seen them from here on the view screens. They're burned, they're cut up, they're vivisected. There are only 4 of us. remaining. I can see 4 sets of life signals. Just please send help. In God's name, please send help. And there's a frozen quiver in the last of that voice because we're years away from the nearest anybody. So crawling forward up into the, hauling myself up and back into the pod. Oh, fuck. Okay, no, the bridge is a mess, but I'm in the navigation bubble. It should all be fine. Right? Yeah, I got the door locked, but I gotta see who else is out there. Oh God, reaching up, check it. Okay, I can see bridge. Bridge to engineering. Is anyone there? Please, God.
Engineering, this is bridge. Jennings, this is bridge. Can you hear me?
Oh God, good. Krell Jarlson, is that you?
Yeah. Yes, this is Krell. It's bridge. How is any? Are you alive out there?
Yeah, barely. Look, something has happened. I know that you know something has happened, but there's something else. Okay, so I'm taking a roll call. Who else is alive? Who else is in? Who else do you have?
I don't know. It's not clear to me. I have limited visibility. I am near the back end of engine 2, and I am looking down towards obviously the main hangar and towards the control stations, and much of the internal masonry has crumbled. Many of the struts appear to have been dislodged. I can hear noises, and there are a number of different obvious problems nearby. I cannot talk for long. There are things I need to do in order to stabilize the engines. Otherwise, I fear the ship itself may not survive. But there's no one here.
Okay. Yeah. No. God, blood. Yeah. Take care of what's immediate. I'm gonna see who else we've got. All right.
Yeah. Engineering out.
Okay. A, B, C, D, E. I skipped C. Shit. Bridge to cryogenics.
Yeah, hi, Dana. Hi, Bridge. Oh, fuck me.
You're not. I can't. Is that? Oh, the screen's fuzzy. Are you venting coolant?
We're venting coolant. We're venting people. There was someone in here. I don't. They're not. Sully is dead. I don't. Bridge, what is going on, please?
I don't. Cryo. I wish I knew. At this point, I know just as much as you do, which is slightly fuck all. I saw the things that the people. I was gonna go to the bridge and find the captain, and then there was. Oh God!
There is someone in here, Bridge.
In cryo.
I don't. They were. I hid in it. Took one of the bodies out. I know. I hid in the chamber. Look. I've got to go. I've got to be quiet. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Turn your screen on silent. And then I'll get back to you. Hang on. God. Shit. Okay. Oh God. There's nothing in. No. Medical. Bridge. Medical. Come in.
Bridge. You're there. I'm here. I'm safe. I'm safe. Everything's I'm safe. What do I do?
Where are you now? The locators are all messed up. It's telling me that you're not in orbit. You're on the ship. So where are you?
I'm in the morgue. It's closed off. There's nothing can. This is. I don't know what's happened. Should I stay here? I should stay here, right? I shouldn't. I don't want to. I don't know.
Oh yeah, no, definitely don't go anywhere.
I'm just gonna stay here where it's safe. I'm gonna stay in here. You tell. What do you need? What do you need? I have to stay here though.
Yeah, no, and you should look. It's only the 4 of us. I got Gail in cryo and Jarlson engineering and you and me. I don't have any other life signs from the crew.
Where did they go?
Did you not see the? Where are the doctors?
I shut the door. I didn't. I had to shut the door because everything was exploding, so I had to.
Yeah, look, you did the
sure.
right, you
You
did the right
do.
thing, but Gail, she said there's someone like on the ship who's not an us, and when I went up to the look, just stay, it's bad out there, and I don't mean like disaster explosion bad, like something really terrible is going on. So just like stay quiet, okay? I hunker down. You're
What do
fine.
I do? What do I do? What are you gonna do? What are we doing? What are we gonna do though?
Look, like what's the okay, we have the escape pods, we can make it out, the life buoys are fine. Croydon,
Yeah.
they'll send someone for us,
Oh,
but we just got to make sure the ship stays a ship between now and then. Yeah.
okay. I'm just gonna stay here where it's safe. Yeah, I'm just safe here.
Uh-huh. Okay, excellent. Okay,
Okay.
bridge out. Oh god. Oh, well, okay, well, at least Ben doesn't know, hasn't seen anything, and I don't think but Krell's fine too, but fuck, Dana knows, and oh god, sorry, okay, no, there's, oh my god, all these alarms, eeny meeny, shit, wait, Dana, and then I'm reaching forward and turning the volume down as low as it will possibly go, looking at the life sign things, trying to see if there's any movement, and then just very, very quietly, the bridge cryo, Dana, are you still there?
Yes, I'm here, obviously. I'm not going anywhere, am I?
Okay, shit, sorry, there's a lot going on. I'm the navigation officer, not the emergency officer. I'm sorry, this is a little.
What is happening, Elliot?
I looked. Okay, I know there was an explosion, but that whatever have you seen? Whatever's in there with you, like, and then
what caused the explosion? Did they do it?
I don't know. I know two things that are very upsetting for me right now. One is that I know there are 4 people on the ship who are alive. There's you and me, and I've got Harshen in medical and Jarlson in engineering.
Harshen's alive.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you say Jarlson?
Yeah.
Fucks.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Great. I mean, what's Jarlson doing? If he's in fucking engineering, he can fucking fix the ship.
Currently, I think actually those were his exact words. You need to leave me alone so I can fucking fix the ship.
Okay, great. Oh, fucks. Sorry, language. I know, but fuck, Elliot.
No, that's fine. Look. So here's the thing. There are 4 life signs, right? There's you, and there's me, and there's Harshen, and there's Jarlson. But you saw somebody else, right? You said there's someone else there.
Right.
Are the cryopods like? Is there any? You have to wait. Look.
What do you mean the cryopods?
I'm asking you. My job: find stars, do math, point ship. You're the freezy, heaty, uppy person.
First time. Like I've got like years until I have to wake them up.
Okay, so none of the pods are open. There's no like all the ice cubes in the tray. The slots are full.
There's a couple fell out, and one of them, I took one out so I could get in.
Then okay, okay.
Oh God, Elliot,
yeah.
Might be a slight. Sorry, I'm just looking at the screen, and I'm not as cold as I was when I first got in here.
Whoa, what do you mean?
They're heating up. The cryostasis tubes. They're Oh God. They're all going. Okay, I have to get out. I have to get to the control panel. Oh my God. Oh, okay. I'll be right back.
Wait. Maybe someone can. Wait. No, like, God, you can't go in there and touch them. If they're heating up and one of the things ruptures, then, oh my God. Like, look, let me put you in touch with someone else, and maybe they can help. Maybe they can.
If they are going to get boiled like an egg, and if it keeps going, I'm going to be roasted alive too. So I'm getting out of these pods.
Okay, well, we have to fix this another way, but let me just real quick patch somebody in. Bridge engineering.
Oh, fuck's sake.
Yeah.
Hey, Krell, look, Dana's alive. She's made it fine, but there's something.
Dana's alive?
Yeah, like, Dana, can you hear Krell?
Yes, yeah, Carl, Krell, sorry, can you? I'm gonna really need your help here. And if you could just please this one time, just be helpful. My tubes are all overheating, all of them. I need them colder now.
Yeah, Dana, just to check, obviously you have checked all the things you have done, you have correctly formatted. This is not...
Krell, everything is exploding.
Yeah, you know what we say? We say step 1, we check, step 2.
Okay, I'm checking. Look, I'm doing it right now. Fuck's sake. Yes, I can see here on the screen of the pod that I am inside. It is getting hotter. And using your own senses to check, it is also getting hotter. I am starting to sweat in the cryogenics chamber.
Yeah, you're telling me that there's excessive heat within the cryogenic chamber?
Yes, they're going to boil alive.
Okay, well... Okay,
oh
so listen, excuse me, it's no point in undercooking a response to this, if you'll excuse the metaphor.
Just are you high again?
That was look. I'm not going to have this conversation with you right now. Look, there has been a huge, catastrophic incident within the engineering bay. It's very difficult. I'm going to go to auxiliary power exchange. I believe there, I should perhaps be able to patch myself into the bioregulation implants. It may be that what you are seeing there is not, in fact, the temperature of those within the tubes, and it is in fact the bioregulation monitors themselves which are malfunctioning. It should be, if we were to reset them, then the machine itself would be able to properly regulate the temperature. This, I believe, should work.
Oh, Krell, you better not be fucking with me here.
I do not fuck with anyone. And then I go now.
Fine.
So
yeah, okay, engineering out.
Dana, I don't know enough about this to know if that's going to work. If you trust it, we can go with that. I mean, I can call medical, but it's your...
I need to talk to Dr. Ben.
All right, hang on. Let me fucking reach back and get the... I feel like an old telephone operator. Got it. All right. Medical, bridge to medical.
Medical here. I'm holding put. Don't worry. I'm still here. I'm staying here. I'm here.
That's great. Look, medical. I got Dana here. Long story short, about to boil alive. Cryogenics pods malfunctioning. Krell thinks it's some kind of bioregulation malfunction. Do you have any ideas?
Ben, please. I need your help. Ben, they're all going to die. They're going to boil alive.
No, but you know how to fix that, right? Because you're the expert. You don't need
it is just
me.
all getting hotter. I only know when they get hotter they wake up, but they're not meant to get hotter yet.
Dr. Stanmore would
I don't want to talk to Dr. Stanmore. I want to talk to you, Ben.
I don't.
You know these things. Come on. What can we do? How can we cool all these people?
Call the people.
Well, just me. For fuck's sake! Look, I'm going to boil too.
No. I can fix it from here. I could fix it from here because I've got even in here. I've got an access all the life support. All the various systems that keep us.
Right, keep them alive.
It's keeping us alive.
Yeah, right.
If I take everything offline, that's keeping us alive. We don't need it straight away. It'll last.
Right.
I take that offline. And then just leave. I will have to leave biofiltration. Obviously. Then you should have everything you need, because I don't know what's missing.
I don't know. I've tried to get in touch with Dr. Jones and he's not answering. He wasn't on shift. I don't even know if he's part of the ship's there anymore.
I can do it from here. I can for a limited amount of time. Otherwise, it would be bad for us. But
for sure. Sure. We care about them, right? That's what we're meant to do.
Are they,
Dr. Ben?
Patients. There's a rule. If you're a doctor, you have to something about patients is very important.
The Hippocratic Oath, for fuck's sake.
Yes. No, I knew that. Yes, the Hippocratic Oath.
I mean, due respect to the patients, but like there's only 4 of us, so if Dana boils to death, we've lost 25% of the crew. Like this ship is fucking stranded, and someone can come get it, and maybe the colonists will be fine or not. But my priority is getting us off the ship. So, Ben, if you think that taking everything but the biofiltration offline will reset the life support, the cooling, whatever, that's great. Dana, it's your call.
Ben, I don't want to die. Please.
I'll fix it. I'm a doctor. I'll fix it.
Okay, I trust you.
So as we'll step above the table just for a second to say that as a matter of game terms, you absolutely have the final decision, and you are like affirmatively choosing Dr. Ben's biofiltration. Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, don't trust Crow. It's me.
So you never know.
You never know.
Cool. Well, so then for pacing's sake, we'll hop back.
I made the wrong decision.
Okay. So Ben, how long is that going to take to boot up to whatever? How long is it going to take for that to work?
I don't know. It depends whether everything's working. Is everything working? I don't think everything's working. I think everything exploded. I have to see.
Okay. Well, you punch that in, and while waiting for that, is everything okay on your end? Is there anything that, like, how are things in medical?
Could you just tell me where the morgue? I don't. Usually I'm inside the ship. I don't. We're near the edge of the ship here, right? Near the edge.
Yeah. Forward bulkhead.
Outside.
Deck C. You should have
How thick are the bulkheads?
Oh, I mean that's a Krell question. I don't think he wants me to bother him with that right now, honestly. Like, but it's like what, like 16, 18 inches? No, it's space, it's science, so it'd be in meters. I don't know, like
meters.
Many.
Many.
Lot?
Probably many, so it's probably fine. There seems to be some sort of contaminant. I'm safe in here, but in here is going to become out there. There's I can see some sort of biofilm. It seems to be sort of spreading across the bulkhead. I think it's already making holes.
Oh Jesus!
I'm a little bit worried that if there's a hole between the inside and the space.
I paid a ton of attention in loss of atmosphere class. I don't need to get further into that. Oh shit. Okay, Dana, heads up. Do you know how we deal with the whole dissolving biofilm? Did they teach you anything about that?
Where's the biofilm come from? No. What? I mean, Dr. Ben, what's happening? What's a biofilm?
Well, I can see it. I don't know where it's come from. I don't have the tests. Some sort of sample. It's just thin. It's just a little organic film, but it is eating. It's eating the walls.
Oh my! I might actually have something I can do. Oh my god!
Really?
The organic generator. It creates stuff, right? If it's been damaged, then we use it to, if someone loses a hand in there, we can recreate stuff. If it's broken, I can, everything's broken, but if I can reroute it, I can stop it going towards you. It's brilliant.
So the bio. Oh my god, no, that makes sense. The bio, it's on the fritz. Yeah, sure. I mean, Ben, you're the doctor. What do you think?
Usually we sort of test hypotheses and test.
I could just send it somewhere on the ship where there's no one else.
Yeah, engineering to cryogenics.
Yeah.
Do you wish for me to redo the frequencies on the bioregulation? I'm here. I'm in Auxiliary Power Exchange.
No, it's fine. Ben's fixing it. It's Dr. Ben's alive.
Yeah, Ben.
No.
Dr. Hashan, you're also on the call, yes?
Yeah, I'm on the call. I'm sorry. I'm in the morgue, but my walls are melting. The walls are melting where I am.
I'm sorry. Could you repeat? I believe I heard incorrect. Please repeat.
The walls are melting. They're not melting. It's not technically melting. Sorry. They're being eaten. I don't know. There are holes in them. It's
Yeah, please just take a step back, breathe.
Yes.
Step one,
Yes.
please identify the problem. What is happening? The walls, they are literally melting. We have reached the temperature of...
No, I realize now that that's not
They're being eaten by an organic
accurate.
material.
Yeah, please be precise.
Yes,
precise.
sorry. Organic film of material is leading to loss of metal. I can't do the speak. I can't do the science speak. I didn't. This is not what I.
Dr.
No,
Ben,
calm
stop.
yourself. Calm yourself, Ben. Listen, Dr. Hassan.
What do I do?
You should have come. Okay, well, it is good that I'm on this call, yes, because it is clear that as the most senior person here, that I would have access to the sorts of things that we need to solve the situation. We must take
Pretty sure
step
the
by
doctor
step.
is more senior than you, Crown.
No,
Oh, wait,
yes.
we can't pull rank right now. There's holes dissolving. Look.
Well, what do I
Crown,
do?
just tell us.
This does not need to be a serious incident. We have been experimenting with various delivery agents in order to deliver splicing vectors to various different parts of the system, yeah? And so, obviously, with this being a biological contaminant, we could always deliver a series of different splicing agents to their genetic code, and thus allowing them to change and mutate and become harmless, I believe.
How do I do that? How do I do that? How do you do
It's
that?
simple. You simply ask me to do this, and here, from my position in the auxiliary power exchange, I have access to this technology. It's
Dr. Ben, I can fix
relatively
this.
simple, minor.
I can reroute it. It's just the
Listen,
organic generator.
Dana, I applaud your enthusiasm, but now you must understand that this is a matter of importance.
This is a matter of life and death, and I am going to save the doctor. The doctor.
I just think that Krell knows what he's doing, and we should
thank you.
listen. I just think we should
Ben.
Dana, well done for it was a good effort, but I think you will obviously understand as a professional here, I will take command of the situation. Thank you.
That's what he's doing.
Just tell me if you need me
Dr.
to do
Hassan.
it, Ben. I'll log off the call.
Okay. No, thanks, engineering. It's okay, cool. Thank you. So logging engineering off. Cryogenics has come. It's just medical and the bridge again. Medical. How's this thing with the biofiltration? What does it look like?
Oh, right. Gosh. Yeah. So, I don't know 100% if what I'm reading here is correct. But as far as I know, everything else is off. Everything that we don't need is offline. Everything we've got can go to the cryogenics pods.
Okay. Well then, only one way to find out. Bridge to cryo.
Hi, yeah, Bridge. I was just about to call you actually. I went to the screens and I was looking at the organic generator and the bio stuff, and well, you know how it constantly scans our DNA in here to check that nothing's gone wrong.
Yeah.
My DNA's gone wrong. It's been changed.
I would ask how, but whatever the answer is, it's not.
I would ask how too, Elliot.
Okay, well, look. Okay, so hang on a second. I've just Dr. Ben told me the biofiltration. He whatever he had to do on his side. So your temps are good now.
Are they? Do I find them out?
Okay. Yeah. So sorry, about I was in the impression that Ben, when we were talking about biofiltration, I was asking you if it succeeded or failed, and I intuited that you said it succeeded. Yes.
Oh, right. Sorry. Yes, I had misunderstood who was in charge of confirming that.
Yes, I was.
It did.
Okay.
It succeeded. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
they're going back to normal. It's fine. Everyone's cooling down. He did it.
Okay. Well, and you, but I mean, apparently. Still
there's something. Yeah, this is new. So and that means if we're running away, right? If we're getting in the escape pods, Elliot, they won't let me in.
Yeah, I know the fucking little implant chips. Okay, look,
yeah.
there's a lot. I'm juggling a lot of balls right now. If you can,
you're juggling a lot of balls, Elliot. Oh, I'm so sorry for you. I'm dying. I'm going to be trapped here with a maniac who is slaughtering everyone, which, by the way, do the others know about?
No, of course I didn't tell them.
You should probably fucking tell them, don't you think?
Yeah, maybe like everyone's got a lot going on, all right?
Oh, yes, well, let's not bother anyone else then. Go ahead.
I think we can just look. I'm trying to introduce one problem at a time.
Oh, great,
Cryogen's handling one thing at a time. So great, you're not boiling now. Ben's about to get fucking spaced, and God only knows what's going on with Krell. So yes, I'm taking my time.
Fix it, and Ben, listen to that absolute junky, burnout, useless piece of.
Okay, look, Dana. I know. Look, we're all under a lot of stress, right? But we're only gonna make it out so we can cooperate. Okay, so just like. We can yell at each other in the escape pods. How's that sound? But let's fucking get to the escape pods first.
But I can't get into the fucking escape pods, Elliot.
Okay. Look, I'm gonna call Krell. I'm gonna check in with him. Can you at least just like if the temps are fine, just check the temperatures on the cryopods, and I'll be right back. Okay?
Yeah, great. I'll keep an eye on the dead people. Well, not dead, the frozen people.
Thank you, Dana. Punching out of that call for fuck's sake. Oh, I should have paid more attention in the in the crisis management. Where's the book? Oh, use a stern tone to a fucking bullshit. Bridge to engineering.
Yeah, engineering here.
Sorry, the crowd looked at Dana's apparently tempers got so fucking high, her hot-headed. I don't know. There's a metaphor there. Please. For the love of space, God, tell me everything is fine in engineering and that you're doing great and there's nothing to worry about.
Bridge, you have automatic control over the door units in the ship.
I mean, yeah, the systems are they default to closed for the pressure in the bulkheads and stuff, but it all looks fine here. Yeah, why?
Yeah, I'm talking about the internal doors, the internal mechanisms.
Oh, I mean, those are localized, aren't they? I mean, Bridges has the thing, but I'm not going up there.
Yeah. Okay. So I believe. Yeah. Well, my operational capacity has been diminished. I believe the door behind me has closed. I am trapped here in the auxiliary power exchange, and this would perhaps not be an issue, but Bridge, Elliot, we have known each other for a long time. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, we came on the crew together. Yeah, of course.
Yeah. You know I'm a good man.
Crowley, you're starting to be straight with me guy here. You're not the dance around it guy. You're the give it to me straight guy. So
give it to you straight. Yeah, so straight. Well, this is difficult for me to explain, but I have feelings. A feeling I find it difficult to control. I urge to end it, and to simply to finish it now. It would be so much easier. But here I am, I have the voltage circuits, I have everything in my command. I see no reason why not. Why all this fiddly-faddlying around? Why not simply just put a stop to it? Or I could throw the power circuits, it would all die.
Whoa! Dude, look,
it would be so easy,
Krell.
Elliot. I'm a pragmatic person.
Okay, that's too pragmatic, Krell. Let's dial back the There's still a chance we can make it out of this.
It would simply be simpler, Elliot. It would be painless, almost. The circuits would overload. We would all fry. I mean, our bodies would burn, and that would be that. It would be over.
Oh God. Krell, just hang on just a second. But there's like an something's going wrong with the. I'm gonna do essentially the cell phone going through a tunnel trick real quick, and then
Hello, Bridge.
And then punching into cryo and to medical. Hey, Dana, Ben.
Hi.
Oh, Hey, what do we do? What do we do?
Something's real fucking wrong with Krell. Look, I'm gonna bring you in on this call.
Something's always been fucking wrong with Krell.
Okay, well, it's more wrong, Dana. Look. Let me punch you in this call. He's not gonna know that you're listening, but just like you hear this, and then okay. So hang on.
Sure.
Dialing back into engineering. Sorry, Krell. Are you back? Hello.
Ah, Elliot, I'm glad you're back. Yeah, you have maybe been thinking about it. Yes, thinking about it. You know, the eternal blackness of space.
Yeah,
it's beautiful in many ways. It would. Do you know how many voltage it takes for engine number 2 to put out? It's very simple. It is 100,000 petajoules of energy transferred into electricity transferred, so our bodies would simply vaporize us. This would be a beautiful way to go, to become part of a component atoms, to become part of the stars once more. Don't you think I should do it now? Yeah.
I mean, I know physics are cool, Krell, but I don't want to be physics. Look, okay, Krell, I brought.
I want to be this.
I brought. Look, I said it's be fine, right? We fixed Dana's problem, like the cryo stopped boiling. So I look, Krell, I've got Dana and Ben here, and maybe they can help you. Look, this isn't you. Something's happened, right? And it's stress or whatever. But Dana, Ben, can you? What do we do?
Krell, don't panic. Are you panicking?
It doesn't sound like he's panicking. He sounds pretty fucking calm.
Oh, well,
that's worse.
I'm a trained medical professional. I'm also very calm in this situation. It's a situation that I have been training for to do. I understand that you're experiencing some symptoms, but I'm sure that if I just think back to my medical training, I will be able to provide a treatment. So don't worry, don't panic. Don't panic, Krell. I am responsible for you. For everyone.
Oh, there's something gone wrong with your brain. It's like you're. Oh no. Not that. Oh, Dr. Ben, that fucking the thing in the cortical inductor. You know, the one it we can use it when people wake up to calm them down if they need to. What if it's in his head? What if it's activated in engineering? I've got hang on.
Oh no. Oh, I see. Sorry. It should not be active. It should not be active, but
I can try and nullify it. I can take it offline. I mean, that'll it gives them nice dreams. That's the only thing.
Is it gonna push? Oh God! Look, I need him to be. Is there a setting between out of it and murder rust that maybe we can hit something in the middle there?
It's kind of on or off kind of thing.
We have medical treatments. This is a medical issue. We should medical treatments. We should use medical treatments to solve the medical issue. I am the senior doctor here.
And what do you got for me?
I have retroviral vaccines.
How is a vaccine going to help him right now?
Oh, hang on. Let
retrovirus enters the patient. The DNA, the RNA, it converts into DNA. Converts into protein. Active in the brain chemistry. It's the brain chemistry. You have to fix the brain chemistry. You see. You have to be in the brain chemistry.
Not if there's a signal pulsing into his brain.
Okay, look.
Sure
we can argue about this for the rest of our lives, which will not take very long if we don't just make a decision. So hang on. Look, Krell, engineering, you still there?
I'm here.
Hey, bud. Look, we know this isn't you. Your feelings on human life notwithstanding, we know that you wouldn't want to ruin the engine, right? That engine's your baby. You don't turn your baby inside out and then have it convert thrust into kill everyone on the ship electricity, right? That's how engineering works. So look, I've got two things that might help you snap you out of this and bring you back to look, we need the sharp engineering knows the ship inside and out crowd. Dana says that it might be the cortical inductor that's gone a little haywire. and we could do some. We could reset that, and it might clear your brain up a little bit. Dr. Ben is talking about those retroviral vaccines. That program them, get them up in there, get the chemicals right in the best balance. But like, it's your brain, man, and I know how important your brain is to you, so I can't decide.
Yeah. You know, yeah, very wise, very wise. Been a good friend to me. The engine, the primacy of the engine. We must at least try before our glorious demise. Now, yeah, I've never believed in this hocus pocus biology in your science. It must be the cortical inductors, the only thing powerful enough to throw off my undoubted mental abilities. Please, if you can do this and I can be brought back to my fully functional self, then I think this would perhaps be a good thing. Do it quickly, because I feel the call of the infinite. You know what I mean?
Okay, then I'll get Dana on the inductor. Also, you sorry, I got so into the scene I forgot. Dr. Ben, you said you were going to for your biofilm. Whose solution did you pick?
Browse.
Yeah. Yeah, of course. Yes, the splicing agents. Yes, very interesting little problem. Very interesting, useful for us to try it out. Well, I've released them into the dark. So much good may it do us. Obviously, we're dead soon, regardless. But yeah, I can see from the readout that has, of course, had its effect. And the biofilm should be, well, it should be simply a simple fungus by the end of this. Not a problem at all.
Oh, great. There's one problem we've solved. Okay. So the bio, no good. Not going to lose my doctor to the void of space.
So nerve-wracking.
And cryogenics. Sorry?
Sorry, Emily's having a moment. I'm just like freaking out. Yeah.
Oh, fine here. How are you?
I'm all fine. Having a lovely time.
And then cryogenics isn't boiling. That's great. So you know what? Look. We fixed Dana's problem, and we fixed Ben's problem, and we're gonna fix your problem too, Krell. Okay? It just need a second. Cool. And then sticking it back above table, you know that as you are using your solutions, whether they succeed or fail, you should be crossing them off, right? Cool.
Can't
but
use
that's
them
only
again, basically.
right.
Yeah.
If somebody picks it, whether it works or not, it's done. So at this moment, we've done the biofiltration and we've done the cortical. We've done the.
So you could also, if they don't pick it, you could offer the same solution to another problem.
Yeah, no, it'll come back again. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. So if someone doesn't pick your option, you can offer it again. Sorry, just one other above the table question.
Yeah.
Should we always be offering solutions?
Sometimes yes. Sometimes, like if it's based on the character, like Dana can be like, I don't give a fuck what Krell thinks. He's high right now. Ben, what's your problem?
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Or you.
But we can sort of be like, go fuck yourself if Dana wants to.
Or
but,
the opposite.
Or the opposite,
you could. Yeah. Like if Krell had given Ben the solution that hadn't worked, then he could be like, well, no, she is obvious, or he's still obviously upset that mine didn't work, so they're trying to fuck me. Like, you can come with your own reasons, do whatever. The idea is not to help everybody survive. The idea is for you to survive, and if other people live too, great, bonus. But it's yeah. So just at this moment, there are each player, this is for the audience as well, each player has 2 emergencies and 3 solutions. And the math there works out that still some of us aren't going to make it. But at this point in the game, we have used 2 solutions, one from Shamini, the biofiltration, and then one from Ali, the drones, the micro drones with the I forget the other science babble.
Oh, the splicing one.
The splicing agents.
Yep. And then we had
splicing agent.
I love the splicing agent.
And then we've solved one of Shamini's emergencies, one of Emily's, and we are currently working on one of Ali's. Right. So,
am I right in thinking that Emily is also experiencing another emergency as we speak?
Yes, we've gotten to Emily's second, which is the altered DNA.
I'm sorry if I came out too quickly. I thought it was. I don't know. Anyway.
No, it's fine.
Seems right. It was good.
Yeah. It's very high energy. One of the things the game was like, it's kind of, you've got to be a lot to be on for that long, and you've all just jumped into it and stayed that high. It's
while we're having a little thing, is now a good time for a maybe 5-minute break, or do you want to do something.
It's up to you.
Just because I do need the toilet.
No, it would be good.
Okay, yeah. Then let me checking my list of British slang. Yeah, we can.
Am I gonna kill everyone, Aaron?
We can take a break for the loo, and when we come back, because every break needs a cliffhanger, we will find out whether the solution you've proffered to Krell has worked.
Which solution have you picked? You picked my one, haven't you?
I have picked your one.
Okay.
The inductor nullification.
I know.
So
The inductor, it's that pesky inductor. We all knew it.
Pesky cortical inductor, which I was like,
you're
what
gonna
could
say
that
pesticular?
possibly do? I was like, make up a thing. Dreams, nice dreams. For the frozen people who we said had no brain activity. Anyway, it's fine. Anyway, right. We'll see you all back here in a couple of minutes. We're going to go refresh ourselves and relieve our bladders. So, right, see you in a bit. Bye.
oh god, another communications blackout. Whatever. God, the ship is fucking coming apart at the seams, and I've got the wires now, and God willing, and Krell, I trust him a lot. We've worked together forever, but that is not Krell, and the number of things that have to go wrong for that man to decide that turning us all into fucking plasma, making my ions fly off my fucking what? Oh, okay. But you know what? It's gonna be okay, and they have to trust me because I'm on the bridge and I'm in charge, and we can do this. Okay, we got two crises solved, and there's still a madman loose on the fucking ship, but we're not gonna talk about that right now. Okay, just you can do this, Elliot. You can do this. All right. Whew. Okay. Look, I got into it again, and I remember that we had just offered a solution, but I do not remember which one Krell took. He chose
cortical inductor.
The cortical inductor. Yeah, that's a mechanism.
Okay, so then bridge to cryogenics.
Yeah. Hi, Bridge. It's Cryo. Hi.
You're monitoring Krell, right? Did the inductor reboot?
Well, I took it offline, but I don't think anything's changed. I checked. It's not. I'm trying to reboot it now, but there's nothing is going to the engines. Like that's not what's affecting him.
Oh.
I'm sorry. I tried. I really did, but it's. I did it. I'm sorry.
No, it's it's fine. We look with. Okay. I guess I'll
He's gonna be really fucking mad, but hopefully we can just give him a joint or something and he'll be fine again.
He's currently mad. He's like Hatter mad. He's like exposed to too many hazardous metals in the engineering mad.
Look, maybe just tell him that I don't know, it wouldn't work or something.
Okay.
I just think it would work. I really did, Elliot.
I believe you. I believed in your best, right? I know. I don't think none of us are responsible for this. We're just working what we've got. All right, but I think I should have this conversation with him alone. Okay.
Yeah, I think that's probably best.
Carl or sorry, Krell, it's Elliot. You there, bud?
Yeah. Hello. Hello.
How you feeling?
Oh, I feel good. I think this is maybe working. Yeah, I feel strong. I feel strong and ready.
Yeah. Look, I'm looking at some diagrams here. It says that you've uncoupled the safety latch on the power regulator there.
Oh. Yeah, so I have. Oh, how interesting.
I don't look, buddy. We've come all this way, and you've you've. Do you remember the time when I was on watch and captain's asleep and we had to make the E4 beacon, right? And I was so nervous about it, like my hands were shaking on the helm, and now they have to replace the E4 beacon because we kind of drove the ship into it, and by we I mean me. And
yeah, it's funny. Yeah.
It was funny isn't the word the company used, but I remember your boss, your cousin there, he was ready to throw me out the airlock, and you covered for me because we're friends, right? That's what friends do.
Yeah, of course, Elliot. We are friends.
Um,
We are friends forever.
right,
Friends until the end. Yeah.
and I'm not from that part of Europe, but like in America, friends don't let friends vaporize one another with petajoules of electricity.
Yeah, Elliot, but what if this is the best thing for the friend? You know, what if this is what the friend wants? Really? Really, Elliot. I know you as well, I know your pain. I know how you struggle. I know this is not you. This is not what you want. But there's no way out. There's no way out, Elliot. I offer that now.
There are, according to the readout, there are still 392 colonists who are alive. And do they want this? And I know that Dr. Hasharn would do anything to get a board game night, but I don't think that's a problem anymore. So I don't think they want this. And Dana is obviously trying to solve the problem. So I don't think Dana wants this. Can you just let's say, look, we're not taking it off the table, all right? If it comes down to it, we can go with option vaporize. But how about for now, you just re-secure those couplings, bud, and we wait a little bit. Yeah. Just reach up and put the safety latch back on for me.
I don't know, Elliot. I don't know. Hey, how about you leave it with me? I leave it like it is, for now. And you come back, you ask me a little bit later. I tell you how it's going and how it's going with me. We have another talk. We talk about this. Nice, it's nice to talk sometimes. It is nice sometimes not to be obsessed with the inside of the ship. It's nice to talk.
Yeah, well, just not to beat a dead horse, but can't talk if my lungs are turned inside out from being vaporized.
Oh yeah. Oh,
well,
who can?
Look, I'll make you this deal, Krell. Like, look, if this situation is totally unsurmountable, then whatever. I will jump on team Petajoule with you. But can we at least, you and me, we can work to help the others, and if they get out, they get out, and if not.
Yeah, okay. All right.
You're the only one here who I can really rely on, Krell, and whatever. We'll go down the ship together. We'll escape everything, but let's.
Yeah, you're not together as friends. Not together as friends. Hey, Elliot, before we go, hey, don't tell Dana. Don't tell Dana.
Okay, yeah. We'll make that deal. I won't tell Dana, and you won't you won't mess with the couplings. Does that sound fair? Just like friend to friend?
Of course, Elliot. Whatever you say, man.
Okay. Well, I know that Dana's got another problem. She's not gonna make it out alive if we don't get her DNA fixed. Do you know anything?
Oh, Dana has a problem.
I don't know if it was the tube or whatever. I don't. Did she not? So like she jumped in the tube, but she didn't go through all the prep stuff, and I guess it's fucked with her DNA, like to the point where
she is having. You should have come to me earlier with this, Elliot. It's very important. This is the man for this kind of problem. We are actually working on a prototype, a replication device which could solve the problem at source. For obviously. The problem is not with Dana's DNA, the problem is with the shuttle. There's thinking Dana's DNA is wrong. So all we would have to do, in fact, is to replace the existing shuttle validation system with an initially reprinted one. This is something I could do remotely. I could begin the process here, and then, of course, Dana could re-equip that in the shuttle of her choice.
Oh, that's excellent. Yeah, no, of course, like DNA didn't get rewritten. That's absurd. It's got to be a problem. Simplest.
No, you've misunderstood me there, Elliot. The DNA has been rewritten. The issue is only that the shuttle should simply not care.
Okay, so it's worse than I thought. Okay.
I know.
Okay. Well, that it's on par because nothing's gone right so far. Let me I tell you what. I'm gonna gonna talk to Dana and make sure she hasn't grown new limbs or something with her brand spanking new DNA, and we'll see what happens. Hey, bridge to cryo.
Yeah. Hi.
Hey, you're like eyes and hair haven't changed color. No new digits yet.
No. My fingers are all tingly.
Okay.
They're tingling. It's like they're changing.
Okay.
Feels weird.
Well,
you know.
So I know that Krell's in a weird place right now, but he says we can. We
is
can
he
change
really mad? Is he? Oh, he's mad, isn't he? Oh, for fuck's sake.
No,
of all the people to survive, absolutely madness. Right.
Well, so on the topic of surviving, Krell, who I did not mention your problem because he's a little on the end right now.
Don't. He'll probably kill me or something.
Okay, well he says, and me offering this after you saying that it's kind of awkward, but he says that we can. The DNA is not a problem if we just reprogram the chips for the shuttle doors.
Elliot, you said you didn't mention the problem.
I did not mention.
So he just offered a solution to if someone's DNA was changed. He just randomly, while he's threatening to blow up the entire ship, thought, what? I'll just tell Elliot. Oh, maybe, just in case anyone was wondering, maybe. I could change the escape pods to not recognize it. Is that what happened? That's what happened.
No, Dana. What I mentioned was that you did not purposefully fuck up or do something that wouldn't work with the cortical inductor because you want. I know you didn't because you're not evil. I mean, like not in that way.
Thanks,
like in maybe like in a I want to talk about the morbid nature of like playing Battleship with the colonists, but that's really small potatoes right now. I know you are not malevolent.
That means you were watching, which means did you have a bet on it again?
It's my job.
Always bet on me. I always beat him. Oh God, he's dead. Okay, sorry. Can we? Sorry, Elliot.
So yeah, he says, look, DNA changes, DNA doesn't change, doesn't matter. Krell thinks that we can refabricate the parts for the scanner and make it so those escape pods don't care.
Right.
And like, if you're fine with that, that's cool. I can always ask the doctor. I mean, DNA, medical, it makes sense. Do you want me? It's an engineering problem or a medical problem?
I'd like to talk to the doctor, but it does make sense.
It sounds like it would work, but it's not my,
Is Ben all right? Because he's been, more distracted than normal.
I will dispense with the notion that Ben has ever been all right, but Ben is less all right than normal.
He knows what he's talking about,
Yeah, he also has a gym set up in the morgue with stuff he's stolen from other departments.
I mean, it makes sense. You got to keep in shape on a space trip. I go down there sometimes.
Okay, yeah, but like treadmill made of spare cryogenic fluids. Okay, you know what? I'm not here.
We're not using it. I mean, but yeah, no. I'd like to hear from Ben. I would like to hear from Ben.
All right. Bridge.
Okay, yeah, no, just go.
Bridge Medical. Ben.
Yes. Hey, medical. Yes.
Things going all right in there. Now that the whole film isn't gonna send you.
Oh yeah, the film. I shouldn't have touched the film. But it's so good. It's gross. Yeah.
Ben, are you okay?
Yeah. I've got some new friends now. It's interesting.
I mean, like literal friends or like metaphorical friends?
Oh, like they're not literal or metaphorical. They're just very small and his arm's supposed to look like that because you get little bumps all over my arms and.
What is that?
I shouldn't have touched the film really, but they're very funny. Like they have good points to make. So
okay, wait, hang on a second. I'm still on the weird biofilm tumors piece. And now who are you talking to?
No, what? Hi, Bridge. Hi, Elliot. Are we gonna go now? I would like to get on a skate pod. And I'd like to.
We'll get there in a second. But there are two things that I kind of need from you right now, and feel free to answer them in either order, okay? But it's very important that we get to both. One, Dana's DNA is fucked, I think is the proper medical term for it.
Oh, she should retrovirus that shit.
Oh, okay. Well, cool. Problem solved. Pinning that. Second, who are you talking to? Because you keep making eye contact with what appears to be a fleshy lump under your skin, and you can see why that is a cause for concern.
Yeah, it's not like it has like a face or anything. It's just like a I think it's like a tumor, maybe from the
Okay.
I don't know something going in there, but it's like
Okay.
sentient.
And just like follow-up questions from me. They're not telling you to like override the power thing and vaporize all this, right? That's just like a Krell thing.
I don't want to vaporize the ship. We got to get off the ship. I would like to if we get off the ship, where we should go. Oh, this is a problem. This is going to be a problem.
Actually, you know what? Hey, you have a big giant brain. It's medical, so why don't you simmer on that problem for a second? I'm gonna chat with Cryo for just a minute, okay?
Okay. Bye, Elliot.
Bridge out. Cryo, did you hear all that?
Yeah. The retroviral, right? He said the retroviral.
Yeah, retroviral vaccines.
I mean, my whole DNA, like I'm tingling everywhere now. Like every bit of me, feels weird. So Krell's makes more sense, right? I can't believe I'm saying this. Krell's makes more sense. He wants to kill everyone. He wants to kill everyone, Elliot.
Well, he's willing to wait on that until we've dealt some other things. It's more like a if things don't pan out, then we can do that.
Right. I think before we just put the retrovirals all through me. Like let's try Krell's thing. Let's try Krell's thing. Oh God, okay, please don't let him kill me, Elliot. Don't let him kill me. If also can you scan him or something and just see how drunk high he is, because it's a problem.
Look, the currently the biomedical monitors are showing me that your DNA is altered. Dr. Ben is ridden with sentient cancer, and it does not know what's wrong with Cal.
Oh yeah, I did hear that. Sorry, the sentient cancer thing. Let me have a think on that. I might have something, but yeah, you go to Krell. Talk to Krell. I'll be right back.
No problem. Bridge out. Bridge engineering.
Yeah. Hi.
Hey. Krell, I got some good news. I talked to Dana, and she's behind this prototype plan. Can you start punching that in?
Oh yeah, I already started, my friend. It's a remarkable machine, in fact. Yes, I'm putting it in right now, in fact.
Oh, excellent. And then look, I know that you're super into reverse the engine's plan, but would it be okay if we maybe took a second stab at it? I can ask Dana and Ben if they have anything else.
For the voltage. Oh yeah, that seems so long ago now. Yeah, I forgot even if it's plugged in or not now, Yeah, maybe ask them again. We see.
Well, you know what? I want to give you since you've helped Dana out. I can who you want me to talk to? Who should we reach out
to? You know what? Let's talk to Dr. Hashan.
Okay.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah,
you patch me through to him. Yeah, maybe I talk to him.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. So, look. Hey, hang on a second. Something just came over. That's weird. Sorry. Don't worry about that. Yeah. Look. Hey, engineering, medical.
medical.
Yeah. Sorry. Medical. Look, I got engineering on the line. I'm gonna let the two of you sort out some things. I gotta look into this.
Okay.
Hi, Dr. Hassan. You enjoying it in medical?
Have you ever had thoughts, but you don't know if they're good thoughts or bad thoughts, and you also don't know if they're your thoughts or someone else's thoughts? I'm fine. How are you today?
And sometimes they come in, they come out, they give ideas, they're clever, interesting. Yeah, I'm fine too. Yeah, listen, I'm just here for a favor, really, for Elliot's sake. I think you're very worrying. You don't know. There's some situation with the power, so I don't want to go into this, a bit messy, but perhaps maybe there is some way you could maybe offer me some help for. I believe I'm having a bit of, I have a migraine essentially, and I would like for some sort of neural, perhaps a reset, perhaps.
I have the good stuff. I have the good stuff.
Oh, you got the good stuff, have you?
Would you like? I give you the good stuff. You fix the engines, and we go home.
You like the good stuff as well, do you? I never would have thought of you, Dr. Sharon. Okay, yeah. No, you give me that, and maybe we call it even. Oh, it's everything. Yeah, you're good.
It's above board, Krell, because you have a migraine, and I have forms of pain relief, synthetic alkaloids, not morphine or codeine, but specifically stronger but more effective, and it's in the book. I've been reading. It's above board. It's what you're supposed to do as a doctor, Krell. I'm taking this responsibility seriously, and I'm going to keep you all alive.
You sound like a serious person to me, Doctor. You sound like a serious person. I don't like medical doctors, but to me it sounds like you know what you're talking about. The human body's a machine. Like a massive engine. We have legs. The spaceship is very similar.
I've read such things. Yeah.
Have you ever thought how glorious it would be to simply become one with power sources? Special. No, it's nothing. I made it babble. No, if you could, please do. Yes, I would like that. The relief.
I can allow you access with my codes from here. Go to the dispensary. It will be there.
Yeah, thank you.
So as that conversation is panning out, meanwhile up in the navigation dome, hey, Bridge to Cryo.
Yeah. Hi, here.
Look, I got some bad news. It does not look like the prototype it's not working out.
What? You mean the Krell's escape thing?
Yeah, Krell made it. He replicated it. I tried to put the chips in here, and the computer, it's hardwired. It's proprietary. It knows that doesn't belong.
I get it. I understand. It's fine. I didn't. My thing didn't work. So why wouldn't it work? Do you think Ben could help me?
I don't know, Cryo. Because here's the thing. I just I found something pretty fucking funny in the computer here.
What are you talking about?
I found out that just a little bit before the explosion, there was an encrypted message sent from the ship on one of the private crew channels. Oh. And it came from a terminal that... Are you going to make me do the whole thing here, Cryo? Tell me the truth. I know it came from your terminal. I know it was encrypted, and I've gotten just enough of it just fucking figured apart to see what happened. Because here's the thing. I can see how many colonists we had before the explosion. We started this journey with 510, Dana.
Mm.
There weren't 510 when the bomb went off.
Weird that, isn't it? Yeah, it it wasn't quite meant to happen like this, Elliot. Do you know some of the people we have in those things? Do you know what some of them have done? We have warlords in these things, but they've got money, so who gives a shit? Just take them to the next planet, let them screw up the next one. So yeah, yes, Elliot, I took a few of them out, and everyone who works on this fucking ship, you're all in on it. It's all of your fault. And you know what? I genuinely thought this would change things. I thought I could get out. I thought we could get out. And then people would go, you know what? Maybe, just maybe, this fucking company, there is something wrong with it, and they could end it, and they would stop. And all these bastards in the pods. They be gone. There's nothing. They just be gone, Elliot. The ship wasn't meant to fucking explode.
I cannot fucking believe
Oh, I'm so sorry, Elliot.
But you know, that's not even what bothers. I mean, to be clear, that bothers me, and it is only because I'm a fucking professional and want to see you hauled in front of a court or something that we will make it to the escape pod together. But that's not even the biggest part of the problem, because I know you let him out, but I also know you didn't kill him. Somebody else did, and I think you know who it was. Dana, I don't care what you think about the warlords in the pod or whoever the fuck we're hauling around. I don't care. I don't read the manifests. But if there's someone on this ship who's gonna fucking kill me, you've seen what they're doing. It is only for their own fucking mental sanity that I've not shown everybody else. There are people out there who are missing their skin, Dana. Did you do that?
I didn't skin them.
Yeah, but you know who did.
Yeah, do you remember earlier today you mentioned that pod that had gone a bit funny?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's because I let them out. How else do you get someone on this ship? You put them in a pod, Elliot. And also, what was it I said? Oh, I've never done it before. I've never woken people up before. Of course I know how to fucking wake up the people in the cryogenics chambers. It's my job. And now I get to wake up all of them and watch them all die. Because everything has to end here. I'm leaving this ship. And I'm going to go back, and it's going to have been awful because, all these wonderful people who they just wanted to start a new life on this new planet, and we couldn't save them. I managed to escape. And then I'll say how the company let them down, how all the intrinsic failures, time and time again, and I've got proof. I've got hard drives full of it. And, yeah, they'll never transport another ship again. I'm saving millions of people. Everyone on that new planet, I've saved them.
You saved them and you've killed us. Hope it's worth it.
Not yet.
Also, I don't know if it's a good time for me to mention that I've patched in engineering and medical for this too. So now we all know, Dana.
Dana.
Hi, Krell.
Why?
It was the only way. I'm sorry, Ben.
They told me to let you die.
Who's they?
Yeah, you have new friends now.
I can probably shut them up for you if you'd like, Dr. Ben.
Krell's my friend. You're gonna kill everyone. We'd have to get
Not
to the
everyone. I was going to leave you. I actually quite liked you. I thought you were smart.
Well, no matter what, the four of us need to make it off this ship. I only know one thing right now, and that's that if anyone's making it off, it can't be Dana alone, or else no one's going to be able to bring her to justice. But Dana also can't leave without helping us, because her little psychopath friend is still out there.
Yeah, how many life signatures did you say you detected on the ship?
There are 4, and I understand why now. That was what was in the encryption. It was the code to deactivate the tracking chip. But I'm going to put that aside for now because, unfortunately, the 3 of you have the expertise that I need to survive, and now I have an extra special reason to do so. Ben, Dana has a plan for your new friends. What is it?
Got stem cells here, Ben. I can give you a whole fresh batch of stem cells.
Oh, yeah.
It'll repair the damage. They'll go in, they'll take out the old tissue.
And they
You're a
won't talk
doctor.
to me anymore, right?
Then they won't talk to you
They'll
anymore.
be gone. They won't. They won't.
You
That's
trust me,
probably-
right, Ben? I didn't do it because I didn't like you.
You don't really know me, but
Dr.
You're my
Hassan,
mentor.
do not listen to her. She's confused. There's an engineering solution for your problem. If you would allow me to jam the frequencies of your bioregulatory implants, in theory, they should reboot and immune system boosting chemicals should deal with whatever affliction you're suffering from. And then we all can talk to Dana together.
then we'll all get in the escape pod together.
Then we'll all get in the escape pod together.
You know very well I'm not getting an escape pod right now.
Are you gonna come with us?
If you'd like me to.
We're gonna have to kick that can down the road a little bit, but look, if we can solve a problem, we can solve a problem. Ben, you're a doctor. I don't know. Does it make more sense for you to have stem cells injected, or do you want the engineering solution?
I want us all to get out of this ship and be alive, because I'm responsible for all of you. So that's my job. Dana, I'm gonna trust you. I'm gonna trust you because you like me, and I don't know why. But all
You're
right.
smart. I didn't get into this because I had a problem with you, not with a medical doctor. You've been good to me.
All right. That's what I did in the past. I'll keep doing it.
And then you administer those alkaloids, right?
Yes. The drugs. It's all. Your headache should be gone. No more migraine. No more migraine.
Yeah.
You're fine. You're fine.
Yeah. I have been feeling more optimal in my reasoning, but
I'm gonna look
I believe
after,
that.
after you. I'm gonna look after everyone.
Yeah, Elliot, engineering to bridge.
Yeah, Bridge is here. Do you need me to cut cryo and the medical out?
Yeah, it's nothing. It's just simply something that would bore them. I think it's a technical piece of information.
Yeah, sure thing. Dana, if you can pitch the stem cells, you and Sean can work on that, and I'll chat with engineering.
Sure.
Cool.
Happily.
Bridge out for now. Krell, it worked, right? Your brain's back in a good place where you've latched the power shell couplers.
Yeah. No, the power is no problem. Yeah, Elliot, can you look through my screen? I point the screen. You yeah. Do you see that?
What am I? Oh, it's kind of, I don't know. It's blur. Is that?
You see it? No, I thought I was hallucinating. I thought it was a problem with the thing. I thought it was a problem, but I think I saw it too. Yes, it's a body. Yeah, it's a body.
Yeah, but who is it?
Yeah, well, who made it? I think. I mean, that is the dead body. Hey, Elliot, you remember when we first joined? Yeah, you remember you joined after me. You remember we used to go to a space bar in Lost Nest.
Yeah,
We used to sit around. We used to drink on our days off. We used to spend our money. So much money. You remember we used to drink? Remember who we used to drink with, Elliot? You know, the boss. He'd come down. You know, the man who made it all. It all happened. You remember him?
Dr. Gilliam.
Yeah, Bart. Yeah, Bart Gilliam. He was a good man, you know. Like
Whatever
a drink.
happened to him?
Like a story. Well, you know what happened to him. I mean, he was the man who made this whole operation work. He pioneered the technology itself, yeah? You know what happened? You know what he did? You know where he wanted to go? You know why he did it in the first place?
I mean, no, I know that he made the tech. It worked out. He retired, and then what they said he didn't want the attention, so he's off. I don't know, like some mountain in Switzerland, just living his rich, alone life.
Yeah, come, Elliot. What, you spent your whole life inventing the secret to cryotechnology, and then you just live in a mountain in Switzerland? What? No. No, he's here. He came. This was the whole point. I didn't want to say anything. A man's business is a man's business, and of course the residuals, if you kept your mouth shut, were staggering. But you know, you hear things. You hear things, Elliot, and I didn't want to say anything because, you know, it's just rumors, yeah, but, you know, I saw what happened. I saw the marks in the walls. I heard that, you know, the people, they left, didn't they? I didn't know if they were fired, the good men, good women of the laboratory, when they pulled him out. The first one, Elliot. The first one. You know, it's interesting, right? You know, funny little quirk about these ships. Yeah, engineering being a privileged destination, we actually have access to all the security camera footage in the ship. You know, you can see if you know the right code, you can see the footage.
That's
Yeah,
that's who Dana let out.
Oh yeah. And you know, he has an interest in the human body. You ever see those drawings, those old drawings? The animals without skin, the muscles. You never see them alive, do you? I think this is what he wanted. He used to talk about such things. I'm sorry, Elliot. You know, I could have maybe said something, but Elliot, the money. You know, when I get out of here, I'm going to live. I want to live for the first time. I see what I've been doing. I just must live. Elliot, I'm just sorry. I'm sorry I didn't tell you, you know, it's not my fault, Elliot. They were.
I don't.
Anyway, all I'm saying is that I think he's here.
You're telling me that the founder of the company who invented the technology that has made this company trillions of dollars, he either was a serial killer beforehand, or he went into the tubes and then changed, and then the company paid you and lots of other people to lie about it, and now this fucking flensing expert Vitruvian unfolding man psychopath is on the ship, and Dana fucking conspired to let him out.
Here with the bum, Elliot.
Zoom hates that, Ali, just so you know.
Oh God, he's here. He's here in the room. I can hear him. I can hear him.
What does he want?
He wants me to hurt myself, Elliot. You know that? He wants us all to hurt ourselves. He's not wrong. You know what, Elliot? I thought I was sick the first time. But it's not that. I've been sick this whole time. And only now am I healthy.
Buddy, I gotta hard disagree there. I don't look, you have never once in your life been that kind of, the only thing you take apart are engines. And Dana is the amoral void of humanity who puts people in danger, and not you.
Sweet, sweet Dana. She will look good inside out.
Whoa, buddy, stop. We got to stop talking like that. I'm gonna I'm gonna talk to Dana and to Ben and like, look, we fixed the power thoughts, and we can fix these too. And then you and me, we can make it out. And after fucking this, we can tell everybody, right? That it'll be just stay put, Krell. Just hang on a second. Bridge out. Unfucking believable. I'm trapped in a horror story with not one psychopath, but two. Just God, Jesus Christ. Bridge to cryogenics.
Oh, hello, Elliot.
Hi. Murder any colonists right now, or do you have time to talk?
Only a couple. How are you?
I'm doing fucking great. I know who your friend is. Do you know who your friend is?
My friend? No, not really. I mean, I just got a message.
Was it the money? Was it for?
It was for
Was
the
it really
morals, Elliot.
Yeah, I guess you and I just we're not going to see eye to eye on that, but that's fine. Because right now,
Yeah.
what I want to
You're
know.
happy just transporting billionaires and leaving others to die on other planets while these people can swan off and have whatever life they choose.
I'm a navigator, Dana.
You're
I
an
move
idiot.
cargo. Well, okay. On the topic of people who may or may not be idiots, how is your genius stem cell plan going?
It's not worked, weirdly.
Not worked because it was never gonna work, or not worked
I mean,
because
there was viability in it. I wanted it to work. I like Dr. Ben.
Excellent. Okay.
I have other things to attend to. I think we're at 296 now.
Number keeps getting lower, and isn't that exciting? God, I cannot wait to leave you on this fucking ship. Bridge out. Bridge medical.
Medical here.
I guess you already know what I already know.
What did she try? Is it when will it kick in?
It's not going to. The stem cells biologically do not understand what is inside of you. It's not like alien, and but it's this different. And
Is she trying to kill me?
no, she's got a couple hundred people to work through, I think, before she's gonna make it to us.
I'm at the bottom of the list. That's nice. It's nice. I've always been at the bottom of the list, and now I'm grateful.
Yeah. I mean, silver lining in every cloud, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah. So stem cells are off the table. Look, I know that engineering had talked about doing some frequency jamming. Do you want to give that a shot?
Oh, Krell.
Mhm.
Is Krell okay?
No, Krell's getting worse, and
But Elliot, I'm a doctor. I gave him the prescription, Elliot. So
yeah, no,
the book
weirdly
said
enough,
that
no,
would work.
yeah, the power thing, okay, no, like couplers are locked, and we're not going to be vaporized by petajoules of thermonuclear energy.
Good.
The bigger problem is that there is a flayed man, apparently, speaking to Krell. And you know how Dana went from like totally normal to I'm going to murder colonists one by one and let my friend here like tear them inside out and make fucking spirographs out of their skin?
I didn't know her very well, but it did seem odd.
Yeah. Okay. So it turns out like that club is getting really popular these days because Krell is also talking about how well, on the one hand he wants to, I think the exact quote was turn Dana inside out, which, like, you know what, current circumstances, plan I can get behind, but he doesn't want to stop there. So you did the alkaloids, and that cleared that up. Do you have anything at all that, I mean, so alkaloids for murderous rampage. What else on the list? You're a doctor.
I'm a doctor. I have retroviral vaccines. I'm sorry. I just have retroviral vaccines, really.
Okay. We can pitch with that and see what happens.
Yeah, that throw all the drugs and viruses and give him some new DNA. It'll be good. Can he? They're getting bigger. Can he? I'll give him the virus, the vaccine first, and then his brain will be working, and then he will save us all. We'll all be fine.
Here's to fingers crossed. Bridge out. So checking the list again at this point. Emily, you have 3 solutions and they are all crossed off, correct?
One of them didn't get picked.
Which one was that?
The organic generator.
Ah, right. Okay. So I was like, the math was wrong here. So the organic generator is still on the table. And then Shamini, you have you've used the biofiltration and the alkaloids.
Yeah.
So you have 1 left, which is the vaccines.
Yeah.
And then Ali, you have you used the prototype and the drones with the micro drones, and last is just the frequency jamming, right?
Yeah, jam those frequencies, baby.
And then we have not. You proposed the frequency jamming something. Did I make that mistake?
I proposed that to Dr. Hassan.
This is my first time running it. I have seen this game played, and I came up with a cute little matrix that I thought would make keeping track very easy. And it turns out it did not survive first contact with the enemy. So I will have to reevaluate my planning method for the future. But okay, so then we're going. Okay. Hey, it's Bridge. Krell, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, are we ready? Ready to go? Have you got your knives?
Oh, weirdly, they don't let us keep knives in the navigation chamber. I would have to actually go down to the mess for that. It's pretty far away. But before I take that walk, did you went with the bioregulation implant? Did you jam the frequencies? Yeah.
I offered the jamming of the frequencies, but this was not taken, I don't think. The offer.
Oh shit. Okay. Well, turns out the stem cells didn't work. So it's kind of up to you.
Oh, well, yes, please. I mean, offer away, I only get one shot at jamming the frequencies in this thing. I mean, it's nice to have them alive when you begin the operation, isn't it?
Okay, that is not the direction I thought that conversation was going to go. Let's take it in a positive direction. But here's the thing, Krell. The doctor says for your problem, which you might not think it's for the situation that you're in right now, we might be able to use the retroviral vaccines. I do not pretend to understand how that works, but like for me, buddy, can you at least give it a shot? It's that, or I can call Dana up, but I think she might suggest that you let her unthaw you and then
No, I'll be honest with you, Elliot. It's not me. I don't want to do any of this stuff. It's a strange thing. It's just him. He wants to do it, So, we go along with him. We just make sure we keep him happy, We got a little here, a little there. But, you can make him go away. Absolutely fine. Perfect. Yeah, we try. But,
okay.
And then we cut. Yeah.
Well, we'll get to we'll cross that terrifying bridge when we come to it. Yeah.
Yeah, of course. We come soon.
Okay. Well, hey, I'll check in with Dr. Ben and we'll see what's going on, and then you get on those that bioregulator jamming, and we'll see what's up. Yeah. That's okay. Bridge out. Bridge medical. Ben.
Medical.
Hey, I got a thumbs up from Krell for the vaccines. Can you get that all prepped?
Yeah, I'm gonna fix him with my medical skills, and then we're gonna get into the escape pod.
Yeah. Are your friends what are they talking about now? They still chitty chatting?
We have had a break, a mutual separation of we're not talking right now.
Okay. Well, hey, that's a step towards the positive. I know that I think Krell's honest to God out of ideas. I know that the Dana we have that organic generator laying around. I don't know if it works. Do you want to put me in touch with her and maybe she can chat to you about it?
No. What? No, she's gonna try and kill us all. No.
Cryo to medical. Are you there?
She's gone.
I mean,
What do I do?
Look, the best thing we can do right now is stall and talk to her. Hang on, Cryo. I'm patching it. Hang on.
This is medical. This is Dr. Ben.
Hi, Dr. Ben.
Sean
I'm
speaking.
so sorry about those stem cells. I really tried.
Oh.
It just but I have another idea. You remember how I wanted to stop that film even coming in to the morgue earlier? The organic generator. It's still going in there. If I reroute it, then they'll lose whatever power they're drawing from it. They won't be able to replicate. We can get rid of them. You can cut them out. They'll be gone. But before I do that, I am gonna need something from you though, because my DNA, I'm not gonna be able to get in any of those escape pods, Ben. So I'm really gonna need those viral drugs. You know, the idea you said, and I didn't. I went with Krell, and that was a mistake.
But I told Krell
already.
I haven't. Oh no, I did. Did I
You've
deliver
already told him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would love a version of this game where you can like fight and change at the last minute, but
Yeah.
mechanically,
It's
just-
just let you. Okay, fine. Okay, fine. So, anything you can do, Dr. Ben?
That's all I've got. I don't have anything left.
Cool. No, that's.
It's not.
Fine. It's fine.
I don't want.
Can you do something for me
Yeah.
when you get out of here? I'm not insane, Ben. These people just. I did what I had to do. What's happening? It's not right. The company, Croydon. It's.
No, Dana, it's not my fight. Dana, I have my own.
It should be everyone's fight. You took an oath to protect. As long as you are enabling this company, you're not protecting. And you are a good man, Ben.
You don't know.
A good man. Please. I'm dead here. You're not.
Yeah. You and several hundred other people, Dana. So,
yes,
I don't know,
Elliot, and we've gone
karma.
through what I think about them.
It's not your call to make.
It has to be someone's. No one knows who I am.
I got some good news about that. If any of us make it out of here, then they will. But
that was never the point.
Yeah. Well, look, vaccines are spoken for. In fact, I think by now we should be seeing a result. Ben, can you let me open up the video screen here? Okay, so how long should we take them to work? Krell is still he is currently sharpening what appears to be some kind of industrial implement.
Should have because that should have, because it said in the no, because it said I don't know what I'm doing.
Oh my god. Oh my fucking god.
Wait, what are you worrying about, Elliot? What's happening with Krell?
Your psychopath fucking friend who you did not investigate, the random fucking message that you trusted from across the stars?
It's not from across the stars.
Oh, wherever the fuck it came from, it doesn't matter. It's called hyperbole, Dana. Point is, the person you let out is fucking master chef of human skin, is now sitting outside the fucking place where I'm Elliot, where Krell is waiting. He's hidden there. And there's a big fucking scary face that's wearing faces, looking in the window, telling him to cut himself and to cut us. And wouldn't it, we can start a big old club where we all cut each other. That's what's going on right now. I believe the technical term for it, let me hang on. I have the manual right here. Let me open this. Croydon Interstellar Leadership Manual. It says here, things are getting out of fucking control.
It's not very professional, is it?
Yeah, well, that's another problem you can have with the company.
Look, I know I'm dead. Krell, I've not really got any love for Krell. But I don't have a problem with you, Elliot. Believe it or not. I'd quite like you to escape. And I'm not a bad person. The only reason my friend is still walking around fine is I used the organic generator to continuously send bacteria that allow him to gain science words, and I really lost it. Sorry, I'm breaking up. I'm sorry. There's bacteria in it that come out of it, and they provide the mitochondria that allow his cells to function. They would be destroyed after cryogenesis. He shouldn't be around yet. I can turn it off, and he'll stop.
Will that be able to save Krell?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Well, look, we're out of options at this point. I
want to prove to you I'm not a bad person, Elliot. And Krell, for all his flaws, he's not like the people in these pods.
Well, he's gonna be if this doesn't work. If this organic generator thing doesn't work, then you're gonna have your friend and then also a new friend, and the three of you can hang out together. I want to believe you, Dana. I really do. You understand why I don't, but I guess
I do. Just get the others out, okay? I'll do it.
I'm doing my best.
And repeat, not a bad person.
I guess I'll have a lot of time to think about that before they come pick us up 3 fucking years away from the nearest thing. Look, I gotta check in with engineering about this frequency jamming to see what happened, because I swear to God, if Ben has these tumors, I'm not letting them in the escape pod. God only knows what they will turn into.
That's so horrible of you.
It would be more horrible if there's some crazy, incredible disease.
No, I agree. Elliot. I just thought it'd be fun to mess with you. Go on, go talk to them.
I'm just a little on edge right now. Levity has escaped me, Dana, but hold that thought.
Holding.
Krell, Elliot here. You there?
Hi, Code. You know, you can use the main input valve of the auxiliary power engine fuel center as a good whetstone. You know, they used to use this in the olden times, a whetstone for sharpening things, like this spanner, very sharp. No?
Aren't you not supposed to do the sparks next to the? That's.
Elliot, you know, that's very perceptive. I had not actually considered this. Yes, you're absolutely right. We'll use the whetstone on the other side of the room. Come, my friend. Yeah, what is this? What is this what you want?
I mean, well, 2 things. One, I deeply regret improving your process right now. But that's on me. Don't worry about it. But 2, the bioregulator, the frequency jamming. Did you get feedback on that?
Oh, yeah, that was never going to work. Sorry about that. Yeah, well, you know, I mean, good to keep people hopeful, happy, hopeful. Yeah, that's what we want. Yeah, apologize to Dr. Ben for me. It's been a stressful day.
Okay. Awesome. Well, look, there's only one thing left to handle. Dana, in a moment of what I assume is momentary sanity in between murdering / assisting people to murder colonists, says that she can fix what's wrong with you. She can get you out of here. She can make the flayed man go away by, honest to God, she said mitochondria. I don't know if that's real or not, but she believes it will work, and she is an expert in cryogenics, so I trust her implicitly. if you trust her, we can fire it up and see if it can save you.
She has a good heart. Honestly, Elliot, I don't like this man. I will try to do this, but we must keep a happy face. And he's here.
Yeah, no, you keep sharpening. Make him think you're interested, and then we'll go from there. Bridge out. Bridge cryogenics. Dana.
Hello again. How are you?
I'm doing super great. I got the go ahead from engineering to go with the organic generator.
Great, I'll do it right now.
Appreciate that. I gotta go deliver some bad news to medical though.
What's wrong?
The bioregulator. It's
Oh, that is sad.
Yeah.
I don't suppose when I reroute the organic generator, I can do the same.
Well, that's I guess that's your call. I have to step up. This is an interesting dilemma that I think is important dramatically, but I need to go above table because this is the last solution, and everybody still has one emergency. So if it works, you are in a position to choose whether it is Ben or Krell who survives. And ordinarily the rules say that because we got to Krell first, that picked it. But I think it is incredibly dramatically cool if we leave in the air who Dana picked until it's time to get to the escape pods.
Yeah, here's the problem with it. I can only it's kind of got a half the ship span. I can only point it at one half or the other. It won't contain any more than that. So either Krell or Ben.
You've been choosing for a while now who gets to live and who dies, Dana. Krell has been my best friend on this ship for it's our second journey. That's 15 fucking years in space. So I of course know where I stand. To say nothing of the fact that if he is not assisted, he will eventually find me here. And yeah, he's sharpening a fucking wrench, Dana. I want you to imagine how much that's going to hurt.
Do you know Ben was my mentor? He was the only one when I joined the ship who spoke to me like I wasn't new and an outsider. The only one.
I didn't know that. I can't argue. You've got one shot, and well, hey, make your choice, I guess, and we'll find out one way or another. Yeah.
Good luck, Elliot.
Thanks, Dana. You too. Bridge out. So, we're going to have to kind of bend the rules a little bit, and we end up in a place where, Ben bubbling with tumors is we've reached the point where we think it's safe enough. We know where the guy is. We can make it. So Ben is scuttling through the place trying to do the thing. Krell, we've made it a place where, like, yeah, you got to start running for the escape pod. We're running out of time, and we'll get this out of your head on the way there. But like, please, for the love of God, drop the sharpened thing. And then there's Elliot, who is like, holy shit, there's no way this ends well for me. I don't know I'm either going to end up killed by my best friend, or I'm going to end up tumor infected, like some parasite thing. And then the only person I think who has any kind of clarity in this moment is Dana. Because I mean, at this point, it's become evident that there's no way to fix Dana's DNA. Even if she killed all of us, she would not be able to make it to the escape pod. So, Emily, can you send a private message to the person that you are going to help? And then we will play out the scene entirely normal, like up until that decision point, and then reveal who gets to make it.
might all be pointless anyway, because it might just.
That would also be hilarious if it was the last solution and it didn't work. And
typing in character names rather than.
I put a poll in. Uh-oh.
It's okay, it's over. There was one vote, and I assume it was Shamini.
It wasn't. I didn't see it. You can't go for one push.
No, it's not a good enough poll.
Well, then we can just charge ahead then, and you'll have to let us know. So describe.
I can't.
You've got about 6 minutes to make up your mind. Okay. All right. Bridge engineering, bridge medical. You both there?
Hi.
Yeah.
Okay. Look, Dana's working on the organic regulator. It might be able to fix these problems, and we'll be okay. Ben, you are on the medical deck up on top, right? So you have the escape pods that are closest to the mess hall, to the barracks.
Yes. Do we go now? Are we going now?
I think so. Look, I'm looking at the cameras. I'm gonna patch them into you, and then you can see when people are around. The only person to worry about is currently on engineering. So what I need you to do is I need you to go, and then just go as fast as you fucking can and run to the escape pod. Because I think when that noise happens, when he realizes that like there's someone out, he's gonna come chasing you, right? But it's fine because like look, I'm showing you the map. That the distance here this makes sense, and you'll be able to get in the escape pod long before he gets to you.
Right.
Krell,
everyone's gonna be fine, right?
Yeah, absolutely. That is totally true, and I'm definitely not telling you a lie built on false confidence. Absolutely. Krell, buddy. Look. You can. I'm gonna come down to engineering. Okay. I'm gonna. There's the shaft here goes down to the front sensor array, and then I can cut across back towards the engine pod, and we can make the escape pod there. All right. But here's the thing, guy. If you're still. I have to leave you. You understand, right?
Elliot, come on, we're friends, yeah. Of course, I'm not talking about you, but it's you. You're not the canvas. I want to create art on that. No, of course. You just take it to the pod. Everything will be fine.
Okay. Then, yeah. Ben, Krell, let's execute. We'll go. So the three of us are screaming away. And at this point, we know that the psychopath you brought on the ship is charging up to Ben. We know that Elliot, in his big, dumb, noble heart, thinks his friend is going to be fine and is going to rescue who might be the other psychopath. Dana, who did you choose?
Dana was sort of muttering to herself, going, when they get back, Ben, no one will believe, no one will listen. He follows the line. He's good. He's a good person. But Krell's insane. That's not a good look. It's not a good look for the company. So she picks Krell.
So then we'll deal with this the phase where we get into our last words. So Ben, the psychopath serial killer is coming. You can hear them, and there'll be a moment where you have the view screen next to the escape pod, and you can speak to the rest of the crew. But before that, there's going to be this moment where Elliot and going to Krell, and the tension of it. Will it work? Will it not work? So we'll start there, and then we'll go around to our last words, right? So charging down past the sensor array, crawling through the ducts. It's very Aliens, the movie where the kid is in the vents. And then we know that Bartholomew Gilliam has gone upstairs. So Elliot just leaning forward against the glass, pushing the intercom next to the locked door into the power junction. Krell, it's Elliot. Everything's fine, right? Are you okay there, bud?
Oh yeah, everything's fine.
You show me the thing, Krell. Show me the.
Can I jump in? I think at that point you see him appear behind, and then he just sort of crumples.
Oh
to the
yeah,
floor.
that's excellent.
Yeah. Oh no, it's Bartholomew's here as well. Yeah. Oh, how interesting.
Cryo to Bridge.
I'd like to come.
Yeah, Bridge is here.
You're welcome. She shuts off the connection.
Just smiling. There's nothing in the world that feels worse than being terrible to someone who is then nice to you. Oh fuck. Okay, good. That's it. Okay. I'll open up this door and we can get out of here. And then leaving us to go scrambling towards the escape pod.
Yeah, Elliot. Well, yeah.
We're gonna make it, but we have to. We've got a lot to talk about. Bridge medical. Ben.
A medical. I'm outside the escape pod. I just need you to open the doors.
Oh yeah, let me. I'm punching in the authorization. The next console I find, and then describe for us what goes wrong.
Oh, I thought you weren't going to. You said.
Oh, so a mechanic.
Okay.
Yeah, mechanically, anyone who does not have all their emergencies solved at the end of the game doesn't make it. And Dana chose the
But Elliot said I can't let him into the escape pod with that. Earlier.
Oh, I'm lying.
That's where I thought we were going with that.
I from my perspective, Elliot does not know that it didn't work.
Oh.
So yeah, narratively, you have the chambers. Elliot thinks it's fine. I'm gonna punch the thing in.
Okay,
then...
gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
On the same page.
Mm-hmm.
So I think Ben looks at the sort of open, the doors open. You've got this sort of like just escape pod sitting there, and he sort of takes one step in, and then sort of stops. Well, they're not gonna let us be. They're not gonna let us be together, are they? When we get back there. Not gonna let us be together. We made up. We were supposed to be together, you see. We found each other, you know, and that means something. And maybe I have to tell Dana. Can you patch in Dana?
Yeah, for sure. Here I'm giving you medical cryogenics.
I'm really sorry about the person who you were friends with. He's dead. I'm not him. I haven't been him since the beginning of the trip.
What?
I found his body and it was a way out, and I had plastic surgery, but I didn't know the right things to say or the right things to do, or I just kind of muddled through. I didn't even know if I was saying his name right, and I didn't think I had to get away. I thought if I could get away.
You're
really,
him.
I'm not. He died. He drowned. I found him by the side of a river, and I pushed his body back in.
I don't understand. We killed the people.
I'm gonna stay here because I'm not on this crew. I'm not a doctor. I've tried to read the books, but medicine is hard. I didn't.
You're the only.
Hippocratic and I tried to keep you safe, but it didn't work, did it? I'm not I'm not trained for this.
No.
But,
Me either.
Huh.
Well, no, I'm very trained for this. Actually, I'm very good at cryogenics. But
Okay.
oh, we should. They're gonna go. You know that, right? They've escaped. They're done.
Well, I know, but if I go back, I'll be arrested.
Yeah, I think I probably will too. Do you wanna try and get the other escape pod working?
There'll be no one to come and pick us up, Dana. There's no one out here.
We've got a bit of time.
Here, or in an escape pod. I suppose it doesn't make that much difference.
Come on, Dr. Ben. Live life on the edge.
Maybe the real me and the real you can be friends as well.
I think that might be true.
Also, you have to meet Margaret. She's great.
Is that the thing in your arm?
The big one. There's a few. I'll introduce you.
Can't wait. Sounds good.
Family.
Elliot, did you get all of that?
I think at this point, Elliot and Krell have punched out.
I think she says it anyway.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I think Elliot is not wasting any fucking time to see what happens.
And I think Dana goes around all of the remaining cryogenic stuff and pulls any fluids that they inject to like keep them alive, like the sugars and the things, and like loads them up in a bag, and then runs find Dr. Ben and goes, "Should we get out of here?"
It's got to be to the in the film version. It's like a very elaborate classical music thing. So like doing like the Blue Danube, and she's just dun 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 as she pulls them all out.
Oh, it's a beautiful image.
Thinking cinematically. But yeah, so two of us managed to escape, and that is ViewScream, an an improvisational science fiction horror game.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Wow. Who was it by? Sorry, you were about to say who it was by. Sorry.
This is by Raphael Chandler. I don't know if you have link permission, I can send the link here.
We do, yeah. Send it to me and I'll pop it in. Oh, actually, can someone else? Because if I open the chat on Zoom, everything will go weird on the screen. So if Shamini, you or Ali can, you should have link permission.
Just have it in go right there. That's the link to.
It's okay. RPG. Cass is on it. So.
There you go. Yeah.
Wonderful.
Cass has been in the meantime.
So yeah, you've all seen it in action now. Everyone got to their reveals. I will tell you, this is actually, I don't know if you knew this, Emily, but they only get to survive. The bridge only gets to survive if someone who doesn't make it forgives them. So if Dana had been like, "Fuck you, Elliot," no, then Krell would have been the only one who makes it.
I'm glad Elliot survived.
So
Elliot was the only good one. Elliot was the only good one.
Twist.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a really cool end.
Krell wasn't bad. He was just crazy.
Dana wasn't bad either. She was trying to, stop capitalism.
Ben was quite bad. Sorry.
Ben was.
Let me be completely clear. Dana was pretty fucking bad as well. But yeah. So sorry. Can we just go over the Ben thing again?
Sorry.
You killed my Ben.
Yeah. No,
well,
I didn't
my
kill
Ben
him.
because
I
I
just
never
found
met him. Really.
I found no. You did. It was only this trip, basically.
Well, that was the only trip I went on.
Oh yeah, you're new. Yes.
Yeah.
So
I wouldn't notice any difference.
I messed that up one then. Damn it! Sorry, I forgot you did say that. My bad.
Oh, it's quite all right. I like the reveal thing. But yeah. So I guess we can do two things. One, just your overall thoughts on the system and what it felt, because it's a very different kind of game to be like on all the time, and we even injected more above table and levity into the game than you're almost supposed to.
Really cool.
And then I guess if you want to go through and like talk about your sheet, what it said, what you added, what you took away from it, and then there's always
choices in there.
Yeah,
there's the pressure. So for the people in the chat, everybody knows whether or not a solution will work or not.
So difficult.
So they, yeah.
So can I ask, did you two both have 2 that would succeed?
Nope.
Oh,
I only had what?
I only had 1 that would succeid, and I was like
2.
Yeah.
You had
Because
2.
you get my first one succeeded with you, and I was your first one to me succeeded, and I was like, well, I should probably never pick Shamini again, right? But then I realized the other one worked.
That's why you didn't pick me. I was
I kind of did it in I tried to do it in character, but I was also like, it's an and also I thought it made more sense. And also I felt like it was weird if I was always taking your one. Like it felt like that wouldn't work so nicely with the little. But it also my player relationship. So you have a little bit called player relationships on the sheet as well. And I had medical is your mentor, the only person you take seriously. Engineering is a useless burnout and a junkie. So I was like, right, well, that's a pretty cut and dry how I feel about the 2 of them.
So savage.
And yeah.
I struggled. Yeah, I didn't really play mine because I'm afraid that I had cryogenics as an obnoxious bully. So I didn't really like you at the start, but it kind of like I kind of didn't know what I was kind of like. Oh, okay, no, I'm sorry. Like I didn't like do anything about it.
Yeah, it's an interesting one because like I had useless burnout and a junkie for engineering. But did you have anything knowing you were you a junkie? Like was that in your thing, Ali, or no?
No, I was not a junkie. I was a serious
That's
man.
what I thought, and I was like,
gonna do serious
and it's
stuff.
probably just Dana making shit up anyway. But
Fucking
I thought
Dana.
that was interesting because I was like, Ali's not playing that at all, and I was like, interesting. Oh, but
that's what's attracted me to you, Dana. Was your joie de vivre.
Were you attracted
So
to my character?
different
Was that
from
your
me.
thing?
No,
Oh,
no,
right.
I was you're like my I believe you've got promise, which is basically like an engineering way of saying I fancy you. Like that's the
I think that's.
I really think you've got promise.
Yeah. When you said the inside out skin thing. And
was-
then you get 2 emergencies, which I think
gross.
it was quite clear what all of our emergencies were, and then the 3 solutions, and then the dramatic reveal. I remember I was like reading the thing, and I was just reading. I was like, okay, yeah, cool. Emergencies, solutions. Oh, I killed everyone. I was just like, oh shit, am I the bad guy?
They are a wallop of them. It's a spoiler for another scenario that I won't mention the name, but at the end it is revealed that Bridge is not Bridge, and Bridge is the reason the crisis happened.
I have a question actually, because I can say what's in my reveal, right? Because we've done it. Yeah.
Sure.
So it says, after the explosions that disabled the ship, someone butchered dozens, possibly hundreds of crew members / blah, blah, blah. You helped the murderer. But after the explosion that disabled the ship, I didn't get the impression that I'd caused that.
Mine says you might have been involved with the sabotage, and I thought that meant I might have been, and I think maybe it actually was supposed to meant I was.
No, it's optional.
It is optional. Okay.
So the for medical, the you have someone else's identity is left open to whether like you found this dead doctor and wanted a better life, or you are wearing someone's skin so you can go to a new planet and do terrible medical experiments, right? So it's all open.
Like wearing skins.
Yeah, because I kind of my
Skin
computer's
things.
taking off. Oh my god, sorry. If the stream judges a bit, it's because my computer the fan is going. But yeah, because I sort of had I was like, I assumed that I maybe had this plan, but then it all kind of went wrong because the explosions happened, and so it was like, oh shit, we have to move up the plan. But then it was like, well, actually, no, it makes more sense now if the weird thing that happened with one of the slots was me waking up the person.
Yeah.
Which I also, because Ali, what was your reveal? Because then you were like, you knew the guy.
I think maybe mine would have come earlier, but I mean, I think I missed the timing very slightly on mine because I basically, as soon as I had done my second one and I had received a reason not to just anything, I should have just gone straight into like, oh god, I've seen a dude. But
was that your reveal that you can see the dude?
My reveal was that there's a dude with a fucking knife trying to kill. Oh no, it wasn't.
Yeah.
It was that there's this guy, Mr. Cryogenics, was like was which I think would have come beforehand, but
yeah, and because I didn't write down who because I was like, write down the identity of the murderer, and I was like, I don't know, just some external person who I've brought on the ship sneakily, because I got to come up with all of that. And so then when you were like, it was the guy, I was like, oh, I've been tricked by the guy who started it all. And it's an interesting way of like how it all kind of pieces together. It's mad.
Yeah.
I love it.
The flexibility
I really enjoyed
is there.
that.
So it was a joy to watch the different pieces come together because it's left very vague I don't know if there's an intended way for it to be played, but however the story works. So it's really fun to watch like very different things kind of happening, but all get slotted together because everyone's like yes-anding and playing the whole way through. But the idea is that we don't know who is on the ship doing the murdering, but somebody definitely is. When it comes to the doctors, the only rule about the reveal is that it was not another player crew member.
Yeah.
And then aside
that,
from that,
I've got that as well. Like the murderer can't have been another. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So I think the way it's intended is that there's an explosion on the ship that is the sabotage, and then the saboteur has some kind of relationship or blackmail with cryogenics. So like the saboteur is already on the ship or whatever that happens, or has set it up before we left the yard, or however it works. And then as I've read it, the story about the guy, the founder, is actually a red herring or a stress hallucination. I think that might be the case.
Oh, and I'm just going mad because
they're blackmailing me, not actually just me being a psychopath as well.
Yeah, so it's left completely open. I'd say the only changes that I made to the scenario as written is that it was medical surgery and cryogenics, but I wanted people to be in different parts of the ship and have different kind of stories as opposed to like, oh, we're all three in the same shop. Yeah. And then the person who Krell has the revelation about in the text is Saint Bartholomew, the martyr, the apostle who was martyred. And I said, well, for one, that's kind of weird, but two, I also know that Ali likes Event Horizon, so I'm going to make a pioneering scientist goes mad story and insert it into the game just for him.
Amazing.
So, that's awesome.
But everything else there was yeah, and I think it went great. I loved watching like the stress play out. The timings were like that's just an experience that comes by. But I really loved how you let those scenes develop and cook. I've seen versions of the game played where it's like, hello, I have a problem. Here's my solution. Here's my solution. Excellent. Next, and they just zip through it, and it feels kind of I don't know, like really rote. But I think the twists were great.
This is a perfect example, and to me, of constrained creativity. It's a lot more constrained than a ttrpg where you're like, make your character, you can be anything. And
yeah, no. I've basically got a script, like
especially for a one shot. That sort of like limitation, it challenges you to be creative within that. Like you could do a lot, like certainly I know for me, like all the things I was saying are like, 10% of it is what's written down, and the rest is like, I'm playing around with it.
Yeah.
But it means it does all drive to it. It keeps the action, keeps the pacing, and then drives to the conclusion, which is really satisfying. I really enjoyed that.
And you still get those big moments because like the devastation when you're like, fuck, that was the last solution, it's not going to work, or the faces that Ali and Shamini you made when like the conflict between Bridge and Cryo happens. Like you still get these really big moments, but yeah, they're contained in a way that kind of keeps it going on the rails. Someone in chat asked, does anyone have the same paper? And no, all four players have completely different sheets. Bridge does get to know the full list of emergencies and solutions.
Yeah,
so
you knew what was going on,
none of the other players knew what each other's emergencies were, or what their solutions were, or what the reveals were. That was all coming out in play.
Yeah, it was really scary knowing, like, looking at my sheet and going, well, I'm insane.
This level of,
and I've got 2 failures and 1 success. So I was like, I don't trust either of you fuckers. And it was really hard because I was like, when I was reading it, because when I was reading it earlier, I was like, I don't know if I'm the only one who is a baddie, and like the 2 of you are just going to be lovely people, and maybe you've got like maybe you've got 5 solutions and you've got 4 successes and only 1 failure, and I'm there like, have a failure, have another failure, would you like a failure? And so I was like, oh god, they're going to work me out so quickly. And and what I really like about it is Bridge is a character, like you're a player character with it.
That's really
but you
good.
just have a bit more information than everyone else, so you can kind of guide it a little bit. But it makes it such a nice dynamic. Like it really like adds to that relationships. Like it's very good. And I'm really glad you survived because I liked Elliot the best.
I think
it was very.
Go ahead.
No, I was just saying he was deeply personable, and I liked him a lot.
Got very bad.
Yeah, I think this is one of the ones where Bridge is treated better. There are other scenarios where Bridge is like a total shitter, and Bridge's job is to come across as like likable and safe because he is the one who is responsible or she is the one who is responsible.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think in most of the scenarios it requires some level of forgiveness, or if the tone of the game is like we have got Bridge made, then like the end is all of you in the escape pod being like, see ya, motherfucker, as you leave Bridge on the ship.
I mean, so in those scenarios, is it less likely that the player characters have like big bad secrets and it's just they need to escape?
Always,
or is it
inside out in a mess? Yeah,
tell us so that we can play.
Yeah, that's true. I would happily play one of them again. Like that. So I really enjoyed that.
Heaps of pre-written scenarios. The only thing is that they are, because of the math of the solutions versus the emergencies, the ones that are written for 3 players, you need 3 players. The ones that are written for 4, you need 4. It's possible to adjust them, but then you have to like do some matrix math. There's one for 5 players that I was considering. It is called Battleship Carolina, which
Don't tell us anything because maybe we can do it.
I would love to play more of these. I think we're gonna need to wrap up there. I want to ask you about your stuff, Aaron. Ali, I know we've overrun. If you want to disappear, maybe now would be a good time for you to run off while we just sort of find out all the fun final things.
I can move it onto a Zoom screen if we need to.
Give you that option if you want to.
I'll stay for the next. It's only like 2 or 3 minutes, isn't it? Yeah.
Well, we'll see. No, it is.
No, okay.
I was suddenly like, don't just go because the screen will go to shit.
And then the Zoom will disappear, and then the whole thing will go. Yeah.
So that was fantastic, and I said at the beginning, Aaron, you're obviously a very experienced GM. Can you tell us more about Queen's Court Games? What kind of stuff you do? Where to find you?
Yeah.
How many awards you've won recently?
Yeah.
Many llamas. I am Aaron Hammonds. I am the co-founder and forever GM at Queen's Court Games. I'm on Twitch at Queen's Court Games, on Twitter, Queen's Court RPG. Those are the 2 places you see most of our stuff. We do have a Facebook presence. We do not take it seriously, so sorry if you do.
We don't even have one. We've just ignored it.
Yeah, not worth it.
But our focus has always been on very highly produced, super above table, like as close as you can get to radio theater while still playing RPGs kind of actual play. And my own personal background is really horror storytelling, so that's where I go with it. So I've been playing Call of Cthulhu in a super dark way. We're doing Cult of the Lost right now, which is Gnostic horror and then super intense gory. Also, Delta Green, modern day stuff. We're playing some Mothership and some things like that. However, we've brought some new people on our team recently. So if you would like that kind of like level of production, but you don't want it to be disgusting, we also have a Vampire the Masquerade Chronicle that we play on podcast only. And we are bringing in some Pathfinders, some Kids on Brooms.
You got everything.
Pathfinder, you say.
Doing a lot of work. And we are also always looking for super talented guests to come along. And as it happens, I know 3 of them. So if there is not a reciprocal RPG exchange program where RPGeeks come over, we will be crushed. We will be devastated.
I actually, can I make a request if you're doing anything Pathfindery?
Oh, sure, yeah.
I would love to, because we've said this. Have we announced this?
No, but
little sneaky. Our next campaign is going to be Starfinder.
A new campaign in the works.
New campaign in the works. And I will be GMing it. And I'm learning all the rules. And I know it's slightly different to Pathfinder, but I think even playing Pathfinder might help me a little. So
we have 2 full-time Galarianologists on staff who are just like Pathfinder gurus.
I know what that means. Thank God. Okay, this means I have been reading the lore right. Okay, good.
But yeah, we're doing pretty well with our content. So we are actually entered into the Audio Fiction World Cup, which is there's a series of festivals, essentially like film festivals, but for podcasts, for actual plays and things like that. And we've been entering them. And at present, our Vampire the Masquerade podcast is the 2nd-ranked audio fiction product on the planet. Not just the 2nd-ranked actual play, but like beating out
Wow.
produced podcasts, which we
That's
never
amazing.
in a million years expected it.
Have you got a link to that? Because I'll pop that in the chat so people can.
So you know our website at queenscourt.games, and all of our programming is there. The show is called The All Night Society. You can search for it on YouTube, on Spotify, on Amazon, on any podcast app. We try to make it as easy as possible for people to find the content. Do our cult of the lost and things like that. I know also we're gonna have Troubleshooters coming up, which is like 1960s like French comic book spy fiction. And we are also putting together a game called Harlem Unbound. The author is Chris Spivey, who has essentially made it his personal mission as a Black author to rewrite the Cthulhu mythos from the perspective of marginalized communities.
From a non-racist POV.
Yeah,
we
so
love
Harlem Unbound takes place in the Harlem Renaissance, in a universe where Reconstruction wasn't shortcut by presidents. And then he's got one, I don't remember the name of it, but it's a Weird West setting that focuses entirely on the characters who are normally relegated to the background of Westerns. So the white cowboys are the ones who are doing the whatever, and it's the indigenous peoples and like Mexican American communities, things like that. So we're gonna do an all Black game of Harlem Unbound that's coming out too.
Awesome.
And there's
Shamini
also
pulled a face. Just so you know, I don't know if you know it, Shamini. H.P. Lovecraft, massive racist.
No, I'm like.
So the Cthulhu stuff has some like
stuff. Yeah. Oh
stuff
God.
in it.
Okay. Yeah.
It's pretty bad. When we're offline, I'll tell you one thing, and that'll make it all clear. But and then also we are doing an all Southeast Asian mecha space opera called Mekong, which is set in a universe that is built entirely up from Southeast Asian culture and myth. I cannot tell you when those things are coming out because we don't make promises we can't keep. I can tell you all of those games will come out in a certain order, with the exception of the All Night Society, which is out right now. But that's us. It gets way more gruesome. Please pay attention to the content warnings. Our policy at Queen's Court Games when doing horror is I want to get like right up to your lines, but not a step further. So we deal with a lot of really intense and adult content. It's part of what makes it good. His Last Hope was our actual play last year, which won Outstanding Actual Play at the New Jersey Web Fest. And then Downfall this one, but they're both pretty dark. So if you're into that, cool. If you're not, got the bases covered. And it's just been a pleasure to be here. I will say that. I've plugged myself, but I've said on Twitter before, I'm aggressively positive towards Shamini, but there are only like 3 actual plays that I watch, and like 2 of those that I deeply enjoy. And RPGeeks is one of them. I love the storytelling. Like Ali, you are amazing. Like all like the characters are always great. I love the mix of it back and forth of the D&D riff and the other thing. Such a great thing. I'm glad we got to cross like wires and cross pollinate, because you guys are doing amazing work, which is part of why I'm always telling Shamini about the festivals that you could enter.
We're doing it, Aaron. I just haven't pressed send on it yet. That's the only problem.
First of all, do make sure you use a discount code. We have discount codes. And then second, cannot wait to lose to you in New Jersey.
No, I don't. No,
He's the most charming man in RPGeeks. Oh my God, how has this happened?
One of the most supportive people that like. Yeah, it's all good.
It's very awkward being a Brit being charmed. It's like,
you're being so nice to us. Say horrible things. Try and kill me again.
I was being super positive to Shamini, and she literally said, like, I need to understand, I am not culturally prepared for what you're doing. I don't understand it, and it makes me uncomfortable. And I said, oh, okay.
I didn't say this makes me
uncomfortable.
Don't stop. It wasn't like, Aaron, you're making me uncomfortable.
Oh right, yeah. Well,
that was so
I just am
much
right
fun.
Let me plug RPGeeks D&D, please.
They have merch.
We have merch, which you can go if you want to get your own RPGeeks t-shirt. It's at rpgeeks.tmill.com. That's rpgeeks.tmill.com. And there's lots of lovely t-shirts, and I haven't updated it for a while, and I really should do that.
I've got that whole Da Vinci Dragons.
That's
art.
true. I need to get that up there.
To put
out
there
on some lambskin and sell it to your priest.
We've also got a TikTok channel where if you've missed bits of the campaign, we've got a lot of like the fun science facts that we do in our campaigns, but also just funny moments from campaigns and one shots. Go back through our whole TikTok. It's like all gold.
Every so often,
an archive of awesome stuff.
Every so often when I go on it, I just go back and I just like all the videos up until the last time I liked them. So Shamini, you must get notifications being like
notifications. Oh, well, back on TikTok. Yeah. There's also Instagram and Twitter where we post about upcoming shows, games, like this one that we've been doing live on Twitch. Hello, Twitch people. But we'll also in the distant future, or maybe soon, be on YouTube. Hello, YouTube people, and various podcast people. Hello, podcast listeners. People. Thank you for being with us.
You get it really late, podcast people, but you do get it them eventually. Get it. Please leave likes and comments, podcast people. It really helps us. Really, really. Thanks.
Yeah, I've heard such things. Right, we'll sign off there. Thank you so much. And we'll see what I'm seriously. I don't know what I'm talking about. We'll see you. Wait. Will we see them next week? I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, next week we will.
Have you got the Notion board up? Because your face is like been
out. I'm fine on the screen. Like, what's happening?
Next week
what does my Notion say?
Oh, I've just seen what it is in the thing. Okay, that's good to know. If we're doing that next week, I will get that ready. Good.
What can I say? Can I say what it is?
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, I wasn't sure.
What we put in. We didn't have like a solid plan for next week, but I did at some point put in
tell me this
new campaign announcement for next week, which I guess we did. But...
I kind of did it. It's an intro to Starfighter Bates TBC. It's like, okay, yeah, cool.
Something will happen next week, live, and if not,
maybe we do a little chat about Starfinder. And then maybe we play some silly games or something.
We've also got coming up on May the 8th, another very special guest GM. Watch this space to find out who it is and more about them and what it's going to be. And that's all for tonight. Thank you all so much for joining us. And we'll see you next time.
Bye. No, I'm not ready. Just keep talking to him. Sorry, I was like, who's going to press the button to make it go away? I can't find it, so just keep talking. Okay, ready? Right, bye everyone. We've had a load of time. Bye.
Bye.